the fuck up. What the fuck is going on?
We're waking you up. You ought to love it.
It's a privilege to hear our voices.
This is so cool. It's fucking hysterically funny.
Oh, this is good radio right here.
Yes. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah!
1 minute you're acting like an intelligent guy, the next minute you're acting like a big giant ass.
He's got to try to fart. Oh my God. It's fucking brilliant, man.
Really funny shit. Arousing in perverse and interesting ways.
It's like an audio rape. Yes.
It's amazing.
This is the best show ever.
The Opie and Anthony Show, the most popular show in the history of satellite radio.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
And good morning. Good morning.
Good morning to everybody.
Want to say hi to Australia as they swim for their lives. Holy shit.
That be some biblical shit going on down there, yo.
Now, I'm a little confused because we talk about how when disasters happen far away, you can't really relate to the people because, A, it's far away, and B, they don't look like us.
Right.
This one, yes, it's far away, but they look like us.
Yeah, so we
and I mean, look
more.
like us in general.
Yeah, so we look, we get a little more into the story.
They say the flood waters area is the size of Texas. That is
place is
that
huge.
is you can't even wrap your what
Nah.
and what is it? Brisbane or Brisbane? 200,000 people just wandering around in water.
Nowhere to go.
Unbelievable, man. And what the hell happened there?
Our Australian friends.
Is that some Bible shit going on?
Yeah,
we got
it
Bible
sounds
shit
like it.
going on.
And is any aid being sent down there?
Yeah, there's
like
also
they do when it happens in some fucking horrid country that takes the money and it goes to warlords or fucking corrupt government officials and never gets to the people. Is that what's going on? No.
Supposedly Haiti. I've heard that none of our money's been either sent or spent.
Only 5% of the rubble's been removed.
Right.
And the majority of the people that were left homeless are still in tent cities a fucking year later.
Wow.
Yeah, I hope a lot of people are feeling good about that text that they sent out. And just text Haiti to blah, 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 blah. And then they find out their money just went to shit. It's sitting somewhere, or it got used by some corrupt officials and pocketed, whatever.
At least that one, you think you're doing something.
Yeah.
I was following the Australia situation yesterday because one of the trending topics was pray for Australia, and I'm writing these people like, what the fuck is that going to do?
Is that going to work?
I'm not going to argue if you think prayer is going to help you in your situation. That's fine. That's up to you. That's up to the individual. But to think that everyone just praying for Australia is going to take care of that situation is completely insane.
God's busy with people praying for the Jets.
That's right.
See,
that's
right.
right.
You got to stand in line for God's prayers.
God, I'm so glad you mentioned that.
I mean, God.
That's what I'm hoping for. Everyone prays that the Jets could do this in Foxborough on Sunday.
Well, we've been praying, really, for a sports team.
Yeah.
You think God will do that?
Yeah, he's a sports fan.
We all had to deal with a 9-year-old girl dying, but pray for that. Yeah, that's a good one.
But
fucking people are dumb. They're just dumb.
But just a million useless tweets because that's all they were saying. We need to pray for Australia today. How about you search out maybe a website or something that is taking some contributions,
something real.
Exactly. You could do the praying thing. That's fine.
Magic mumbo jumbo words that are supposed to make things better.
Right. Do the praying thing, but also maybe contribute a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's an awful situation down there. Holy crap!
And we're supposed to be praying for Ted Williams.
Well, Ted Williams.
Are we supposed to pray for him?
No, his life is going exactly how it's supposed to go.
His life is going exactly how we said it was going to go.
Yeah.
We drew a timeline on this guy that is so accurate. We handicapped this guy.
Right.
And knew exactly what he was going to do.
Didn't we even say within 2 weeks?
Yes.
I think we said within 2 weeks.
The timeline, everything that's happening is exactly what we said.
Maybe we could go through the audio when we first discovered Ted Williams, but I do believe you and I said, look, give him 2 weeks and this whole thing's going to fall apart.
All the news people were just smiling and like, what a great story. What a feel-good story this is.
Yeah.
This man with an amazing voice. And we're sitting there watching TV, and all we're saying is, Uh-oh.
Yeah, of course.
Uh-oh.
Of course. One of the greatest audio clips I'm going to play in about 5 minutes.
I can't wait to hear this one.
Because Ted Williams was on Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil's doing, I think, 3 straight days with Ted Williams.
Of course
Doing
he is.
some individuals, doing some group therapy.
Yeah, on TV. That's the best place to do it.
And Dr. Phil's dressing down for this.
Is he?
Oh, yeah.
Is he dressing like a homeless guy?
He's got his sneakers on, because he wants to get his hands dirty. Dr. Phil wants to get his hands dirty.
He's taking it down to street level.
He sure is.
Yeah.
I hate Dr. Phil.
I'm not a fan of that douchebag.
He's not even licensed to practice in California.
No, he's licensed to fucking be on TV.
Remember yesterday when the story came out that Ted Williams had an altercation with his daughter Janae, or Janana, or
whatever.
Well, Dr. Phil is to blame.
Really?
Because Dr. Phil flew him, I guess he tapes in L.A. now.
Yeah.
And set him up with a really nice hotel room. It might have been a suite.
It's the Renaissance there in Hollywood.
Right, okay. Yeah. So Dr. Phil's like, I want you to be comfortable and have a good time. And exactly what we said. Order whatever you want. It's on me. We want to get you nice and comfortable before we have 3 days with you out here. And supposedly, I think Dr. Phil on the show yesterday said that he even made sure the mini bar was locked. Because remember, we said, why would you?
Mini bar.
But then what happened was, I learned yesterday on Dr. Phil, one of his daughters and sons went up to the room with a bottle of vodka, because that's what you do after you haven't seen your dad in a while.
Hey, let's have a drink, motherfucker!
And Dr. Phil didn't say if Ted drank, but just scolded them, saying, you know how bad this is? Your father is an addict. He's addicted to drugs and alcohol, and you're showing up with a bottle of vodka?
You got to bring a little hotel warming gift. Come on.
And we know the rest of the story. He ended up, yelling and screaming at his daughter, and the police dragged him away for a little while.
Yeah.
So he's going into rehab. I think that's going to be announced today, because Ted's doing 3 days with Dr. Phil. But officially, it got out yesterday that he's going into rehab, and he has been drinking.
How self-serving that Dr. Phil is.
Why? He wants to just help people,
Him. Also, Dr. Drew. They're all just
Dr. Drew is a little bit different, I think.
That whole 16 and pregnant fucking franchise he's running on MTV is
that
just...
him?
And it's just there to be outrageous.
Do you watch Celebrity Rehab?
My girlfriend watches it, and I'll actually sit down and watch it if it's on. It's good.
I'm confused by Dr. Drew, because I kind of think he's trying to help people, but he's also digging the fact that this is how he's becoming more famous, because he was kind of famous in his own right.
You can't do both. You can't be in show business and be a therapist. And your part on show business is being a therapist.
And then you got cameras rolling as these guys are going through withdrawals and trying to get their shit together.
Right.
And then, we know a lot of the people that have done the Celebrity Rehab. They're out there partying still.
Oh, yeah.
And he doesn't even acknowledge the one thing, if he was a real therapist. These celebrities on Celebrity Rehab are addicted to fame.
To being celebrities.
That's the only reason they're on the show.
Yeah.
Because they're getting their faces in front of cameras.
And that's a big part of it.
But he doesn't want to acknowledge that. That's the first thing he should do with that show. You're addicted to fame, obviously, because you're willing to have our cameras follow you around while you're trying to get your shit together.
And once they're not famous anymore for a little length of time, then they start getting back into the bad stuff.
If you follow Celebrity Rehab and Sober House, that's exactly what happens, because some of these people go back into society, and then all of a sudden Dr. Drew gets a call. Oh, my God, he climbed a bridge. He's going to jump. And then Dr. Drew has to run out and save him and then drag him into the Sober House, where guess what? He gets more fame.
Oh, God.
So you're absolutely right.
It's just...
But with Ted Williams... yeah, he's going into the rehab, and there was a bottle of vodka that his daughter and his son brought.
What a shitty family unit.
What
not a helpful family unit.
Really brilliant move there.
Yeah, well, I couldn't get enough of the Dr. Phil thing, and I got 2 clips. I'm not sure if all right, well, let me play the first one. There was a clip on this show yesterday that, wow, it floored me. It absolutely floored me. We'll start with this. Ted Williams and Dr. Phil gets emotional about seeing his kids again. This is Ted,
right. Ted.
Walking into the room.
How's it feel to see these guys all together?
Oh, God, it's truly beautiful. Truly my wife and my daughters and my sons.
his wife that he left a long time ago.
Right. And his daughter and sons that he
hasn't seen in a really long time.
That he, left.
Actually, I learned that he comes and goes. Like, they have seen him.
Oh, great.
He'll come to family functions with some cracked out bitch and then leave.
Clean him up, cut his hair, whatever you want to do. It ain't working.
It's too much, man. It's just wow. Anything you want to say to them that needs to be said? Because I know it hasn't always been great. To each one of you. I'm glad y'all hung in there with me and had some kind of hope. And you prayed that something not quite as this big in magnitude, but I'm glad y'all kind of stuck in with me, and you too, Patty, that you never gave up on the idea that there was a possibility that I had still something left to offer, and that in spite of me holding that homeless sign and all of that y'all still had room in your hearts for me, and that
how long is this statement?
I'm gonna make sure that y'all gonna get paid.
I'm going to make sure y'all going to get paid.
See, which will set up the next clip perfectly.
He has no clue.
He thinks, he's destroyed all their lives, basically.
Right.
And he thinks, well, I'll make it all good now because I'm going to be a millionaire and I'll just give him some money. Because that should take care of all the issues we've had over the years.
That's the mindset there. Materialistic shit is going to make up for all of the attention that he denied them over the years and the guidance that he denied them. And all that, it's just, hey, you're gonna get paid.
Yeah, and he's big time Hollywood. He had a really nice leather jacket on.
Of course he did.
He was all trimmed up nice.
There's initials they use on horrible websites called TNB.
TNB.
And I'll just leave it at that.
This is embarrassing.
That's what it is.
It is.
I'm embarrassed listening to this.
I don't want to talk to Ted Williams anymore. I want to talk to the people that got a hold of him. I want to talk to those fucking assholes. We all know those assholes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them out there. But I want to know the assholes that, swooped him up and made him Hollywood and is getting him on all these programs. Where are those guys? We need to talk to them.
They're the Don King type people that come in when someone's hot and exploit them, drain them for what they can, and then just leave them back out in the shit once they're done with them.
And what happens when you have just a little bit of fame, what happens is the bottom feeders go after you first.
Yeah.
And a lot of people aren't smart enough to realize they're bottom feeders and grab them immediately because you're like, whoa, hey, what? It's all new. So you allow the bottom feeders to represent you. We were this close to having a bottom feeder represent me and you. If you don't, well, you do remember the famous mall story. But we hung in there, if you remember.
Yeah,
we said no to that guy.
No way.
And then some of the the realer people came around, but I bet you he never got to that stage. So I think there's bottom feeders around him, and they don't give a fuck if this guy ever gets help.
No,
and gets sober. Yeah. And they're probably looking at this as a quick payday, like, we don't need him for the next 10 years. We need him for the next fucking year.
Yeah, just quick payday.
Some Super Bowl money, some Kraft macaroni and cheese money.
But that golden voice sure goes to shit when he gets choked up, doesn't it?
What is the attraction to it? Like, this guy's, he's a homeless guy. He literally, a week ago, standing there.
That's the attraction.
But,
because
he's a drunk.
This is one of these.
He's a drunk.
Supposed the news, the media made this a rags to riches story. A guy down in his luck with this magical talent that was now going to pull him up. His own talent was going to pull him up from the depths of despair. And they're looking at it like that and presenting it to the country like that. And we're sitting there knowing that that's not what the fuck it is.
But he doesn't even have a talent. And I don't dislike this guy, but he literally just sounds a way that helps sell a product. That's not a talent. That's just, if that voice didn't work, like if the voice that worked to sell products, like if you were like, purchase some Kraft macaroni and cheese. Like if that was the voice that sold products, he'd be out of work. So
yeah, but if you got a voice that they're looking for, sorry, I just got a little breakfast. Sorry, I'm done. You can make a shitload of fucking money.
Absolutely.
I know people that are, all they do is just go into a studio and just read shit, and they have the easiest lives going.
But this isn't something that is new. This happens and has happened for years, where you take somebody, and like I said, rags to riches. You build them up, they're built up, and then slowly get torn down. But it in the past, it's always been over the course of a long time.
Right.
And little bits and pieces getting out and watching the destruction and how we love pushing the people off the pedestal after we put them on it. It's amazing. What amazes me about this story is the information, the way it comes and goes now so quickly. The rise and fall of this guy has been astonishingly quick.
Yeah.
Like, this is the world we live in now.
He didn't fall yet, though.
He's tumbling.
If rehab works, like, he'll go to rehab now. He got in I'll say one thing. Whoever advised him to go to rehab immediately.
Dr. Phil, supposedly.
That was smart because he's still, like, a person of interest. So if he comes out of rehab, okay, people will be like, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
Because people know that they found this guy literally on the street. Like, nobody is shocked that he's still drinking. Right. Like, what do you mean he lied to the guy holding the video camera for $2?
Right. Yeah, this is a story that we. This is a story that we all saw.
Yeah,
and we all saw it going in this direction. You know, when they were throwing him on the Today Show and all that, all those dopes knew that this guy had major fucking issues, but they didn't want to deal with that. They just wanted to deal with the rags to riches part. Look at you. You were a bum yesterday. You're all cleaned up, and now you're introing our fine program here.
It's not good for. It's not good for the story.
Right.
If you talk about his faults.
And Dr. Phil, because everyone can't help themselves, they've all done it. Ted Williams was doing the ins and outs for Dr. Phil as they're talking about him.
Oh, great.
Coming up next on Dr. Phil. And then it's like, Ted,
maybe you could just have him sit there and not.
But he had to do his own. He had to do his own teasers.
Not juggle and spin plates while you're trying to fucking get him off the booze that his kids are bringing him.
A bottle of vodka.
Brilliant.
Coming up next, I punched my daughter in the mouth and I'm arrested for domestic violence. Might have been funny if I said it right.
Well,
watch me do shots with my son. Absolute vodka. Absolute bum.
Watch Fatty Arbuckle fuck my daughter with an absolute bottle.
Well, this next clip is one for the ages. So he sees his kids, I don't know, for the first time, which doesn't sound right because he's been in L.A. kind of hanging out with some of them. So maybe they were making it look good for TV.
Busy.
Right. But then all the kids are just spilling their guts.
Yeah.
About how it was not having a father, and basically saying what you, Dad, did to me.
Yeah.
Okay? Listen to this clip.
His neglect fucked them up.
This says a lot.
I couldn't reach out to you, and all I had was Mommy, and she did the best she could, but I missed you throughout my life. And I'm 29, I'm 29, and I got 3 kids of my own. And I just want you, if nothing else, to just be there for them. You can't walk me to school no more. You can't help me with homework. You can't take me to the park. But you have a chance to do that with the kids.
I will.
And I love you so much. So much.
I'm going to take you and go get you a Louis Vuitton purse.
That won't make up for the lost times, Daddy.
This guy is an idiot. After she talks about not being able to be walked to school and all the stuff growing up as a
bringing
child.
up some deep shit, some deep scars. I'm going to buy you a Louis Vuitton.
You know I'm going to buy you a Louis Vuitton purse. Louis Vuitton for class. And it just does commercials for everything. I'm going to cook you some Kraft macaroni and cheese. Yes, Kraft macaroni and cheese.
He's an idiot. Ted's an idiot.
He's a jolt.
It gives you the impression that he didn't listen to a word she said.
No.
You think he's making deals with the rest of the kids and for all the horrible things that happened to them because they didn't have a father?
I'm going to get you a Louis Vuitton bag. Louis Vuitton for when you've abandoned your family and need to make amends. It's Louis Vuitton. Really? Really? Is that his solution? Throw her a pocketbook?
A Louis Vuitton purse.
What? Dude, I was on a treadmill yesterday with my fucking earbuds in, and I swear to God, I'm not exaggerating, I almost fell over when I heard that.
She was crying.
I was like, you got to be shitting me.
About the neglect.
Can you hear that again?
The whole,
please?
you have to hear the whole thing.
Yeah, I would like. It's worth it.
It's got to be in context.
She's just spilling her guts out.
I couldn't reach out to you, and all I had was mommy, and she did the best she could. But I missed you throughout my life. And I'm 29, I'm 29, and I got 3 kids of my own. And I just want you, if nothing else, to just be there for them. You can't walk me to school no more. You can't help me with my homework. You can't take me to the park. But you have a chance to do that with the kids.
I will. I will.
And I love you so much. So much.
I'm going to take you and go get you a Louis Vuitton purse.
That won't make up for the lost times, Daddy.
And she goes, it will make up for the lost daddy.
Have you been listening, you dumb motherfucker?
He's a bum. He doesn't know what
really
to do.
is.
He's
He
a
has no
fool,
clue.
as you like to say, Jimmy.
I'm going to get you. He's just giving her things that bums think are good.
Right.
I'm going to get you brand new pieces of newspaper to insulate your shoes with.
I'm going to get you a box to shit in, girl.
We might have to play that 5 more times today. It's just the best.
And you are not going to be able to take me to the park and walk me to school. Said, baby, it's okay. Brand new shopping cart with a wheel that spins nicely, full of cans.
Daddy, I was raped. Put on this new Dodgers hat. Terrible gift.
I wonder what he's getting the rest of the kids, because he has a son that went bad because he's blaming the father. I guess he's got his shit sorted together now, but he went and was kind of doing the same thing his father was doing. I wonder what Ted Williams is going to give, his son.
What do you need? Daddy, you wasn't there, man. I needed the guidance. I needed a father, and you weren't there. Son, I'm taking you to Entenmann's because you earned that cake. You earned that cake.
I'll throw something else into the occasion. When I was coming up in the business, there was a lot of radio guys that were convinced if they, drank hardcore, like hardcore liquor, name your whiskeys and your bourbons and shit, they would do that for their voice. And they would also...
Yeah, it gives them that.
And they would also smoke. I knew more than one guy that was convinced that's how you got a really good voice for radio.
Yeah.
You fucking, gravelled it up with the booze and the cigarettes.
Yeah.
Wait, do you think it's possible they were alcoholics just telling you that's why they did it?
Exactly.
But this is something that, other radio guys will tell you. And I wonder if there's something to that, and B, if he does get fucking sober, what happens if that voice goes away because the alcohol was helping it?
Hey, Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Right.
Hey, fire him.
Louis Vuitton
Louis Vuitton
bag.
purse. I'm going to fill it with Twinkies.
That'll make up for everything, won't it, baby?
Fuck. That ain't gonna... They're also, as I was watching yesterday, I saw that in the kids' eyes, and even the ex-wife, who has nothing to do with them anymore, I saw dollar signs. They're like, all right.
Oh, they see payday?
They're like, all right, we're fucking pissed at this guy, but...
Well, you could tell.
This guy is about to bring in a lot of money.
Yeah. The whole family is fucked. They're just dysfunctional. And now they see this guy comes in out of nowhere. They don't look at him like a father. And like Jimmy said, he was a bum. Now he's making money. Of course they want their payday now.
Right.
She doesn't want that Louis Vuitton bag. I bet she'll take it, though.
Oh, she wants the Louis Vuitton.
She's like, that isn't what I'm talking about. But okay, could you get me this one, Dad? No, I meant a knockoff. I don't mean a real one.
It's going to go on Canal Street.
Yeah.
He's probably shopping on Canal Street right now.
Actually, I got a great deal from this Jew named Rich Voss. He knows where to go to get these.
This guy's, he's just going to get her the cheap dog. I'm going to get you a Louis C.K. purse. It's got red fur on it.
Oh, that's a good one. If he stops drinking, he'll be like, hey, grab my rolling cheese. Golden voice. Keith checking in.
But, fuck, that's a great clip.
You want Louis Vuitton, baby? I will get you one. Put your beagle bagel in it.
Didn't listen to a word she had to say.
Nothing.
No, he just thinks money. Well, because being on the street, money, I guess, is everything you need. You don't need anything else. You're alone. If you have money, though, you're able to get the things you need, food or booze or whatever the fuck. So he just sees it that way. It's like, I need this, I need that. Oh, emotional stuff? Wait a minute.
Right.
I'll get you a Louis Vuitton bag.
And he probably has a Louis Vuitton from the time he mugged the woman outside Dan's tire and battery store.
Did he clock her on the head with a cobblestone?
Right. In between taking a shit and changing his clothes in Dan's parking lot. I haven't forgotten about Dan.
Hi, it's Dan again. He's out there. He's hitting somebody and taking their Louis Vuitton bag. Send the police again, please. Dan at the tire and battery shop.
I still think Dan's an asshole.
Dan.
I really do.
Corporate Dan.
Fucking Dan.
Oh, you know how many Employee of the Month fucking plaques are up there for Dan?
He gives it to himself month after month.
Oh, my God. He's Jerry Lundegaard.
Jerk.
He is totally Jerry Lundegaard.
Yes.
Dan. That's how I picture him. Oh, we'll get you that good battery.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? This has a lot of cold cranking amps.
Dan
That's
didn't
what we
like
call
him.
your cold cranking amps.
Dan hated Ted Williams because Ted decided to hang outside his fucking battery tire store.
Yeah.
What a horrible business to have in Columbus, Ohio. Tires and batteries.
Dan, you're a fucking liar. Well, my boss has never done this before. He says you can have that battery with the extra amperage. It'll only cost you $100 more. Yeah, give me my checkbook. Let's get out of here.
True coat.
The True Coat. And he just walked into his boss. Watching the Gophers? Yeah. Got an extra ticket? You kidding?
Nice.
The Gophers.
Is that a no? He didn't?
Of course he didn't. The Gophers are huge. He's not giving it to Jerry Lundegaard. We're not a bank. We're not a bank, Jerry.
It's the worst name ever. Jerry Lundegaard.
Jerry Lundegaard. Yeah, it's pretty busy, but that's the way we like it. Best pathetic character ever.
Love that fucking movie. So there's your Ted Williams update.
I'm cooperating. I just put a picture of him up. It's William H. Macy rules.
You see what he looks like now? He's got a Showtime show.
Yeah, he's more gruff.
Holy shit, is he?
He plays like an alcoholic with 10 kids or whatever.
I hear it's supposed to be a good
but
show.
it's the Ted Williams story.
Exactly.
The white version of the Ted Williams story.
I'll get you a Louis Vuitton bag. What do you need?
Kevin from Connecticut. Dan hates loiterers. Yeah, Dan is just a jerk.
You know, he put up the no loitering
Yeah, he
signs.
sure did.
And Dan was proud of him.
You think he runs out of his tire and battery store with a bat every once in a while?
Oh, he's got
and
to hey,
shoos
you.
them away.
Get out of here. I told you.
So there's your Ted Williams update. A week after being discovered, he's heading to rehab for alcohol and drug abuse.
It's just fantastic.
You know, there are times we do see stuff way before mainstream media, but, you know, to be fair, we all saw this coming.
Yeah.
This one's an easy one for everybody. All right. Wow. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, 50 today.
She's 50?
Holy shit.
Julia Louis.
She's either 50 or 42. You never know with this show.
Yeah, 50. She still looks good.
Yeah, she's
Like,
all right.
she's, you know, she hasn't completely
She's a good 50, right?
deteriorated.
You could be a good 50.
Yeah, she's all right. She was never like, oh, my God, that chick is so hot. You know, she's that kind of...
She wasn't bad in Christmas Vacation.
Yeah?
Yeah,
She was
she was
that
all
one? I
right.
can't even remember that.
Yeah, man. She was
Around that.
She went out with Todd.
Really?
They were the neighbors.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't watched that in years. Huh.
Well, how did it get there, Todd? Or something like that.
Shit. That's fucking classic Ted Williams. I was watching The Usual last night. Little intervention stuff. I like that. That like what do they call that shit? Extreme addiction, fucked up addiction, freaky addictions.
Oh, Toilet Paper Woman. I saw that. We didn't even talk about Toilet Paper Woman.
A woman that just eats toilet paper.
Is she really? I saw your tweets. You saw that show. She's really eating toilet paper all day long.
Yeah, all day.
What? Just one little square at a time?
She takes like you know, if you ever take a double ply and you rip it in half so it's very thin.
Yeah.
She does that and she rips off a little 1 by 1 inch square, slaps it on her tongue, and just like lets it kind of dissolve and eats it, and just keeps doing that all fucking day long.
Wow, you just described it in such a way that I want to try it.
Doesn't it taste delicious?
Yes, I have to tell you that.
And then last night, we're watching some big, fatty black woman that loves soap. She eats laundry detergent. She said that...
Get out of here.
She said that during her youth, she was very stressful. She loved the smell of powdered laundry soap. So she'd go into the washroom and just smell it. And then 6 months ago, she started licking 2 of her fingers, sticking it in the soap, and putting it on her tongue, because she said, the smell lasts longer if it's in my mouth. So she eats it.
Can I say 2 things?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the show yet. Okay.
Yeah.
It's black people, right?
No, there's white kooks. It's the most diverse show I've seen on...
Really?
Yeah.
Toilet paper woman was black.
Yeah. But then they had...
Detergent lady?
They had one white detergent lady, like last week, and now they have a black detergent lady this week. But she also washes her hands with soap, and you know how you get, like, a lot of bubbles on your hands?
Yeah.
She does that, and then she licks the bubbles off of her hands.
I just have this weird feeling that this is like a black woman thing. In general. Yeah, I don't know why. I have no research to back this one up. It's just a feeling I get. When you said toilet paper lady and detergent lady, I was thinking black women.
Well,
not black guys, not white women.
Well, you might be onto something, because next week they promote a black woman who eats the foam rubber inside couch cushions. I'm not kidding you. I shit you not. She picks off pieces of foam rubber.
Why don't we have clips of this show?
It's just starting to catch on.
And the other thing I want to ask, how do they spin it to make believe they're actually doing good and helping these people?
They get the family.
Because that's the only way this will be on TV. You can't just show this.
They do get family and some professionals to show them that this is bad and it could be harmful to them. So that's what they do to try to help out.
What could the lady get from the detergent?
Well, there's lye in it, and there's bleach, so you can get ulcerations. It could affect your gums, so your teeth can fall out. Very harmful things in there, acids and alkalines, all kinds of nasty things.
So you just lick your finger?
She licks her finger.
You made that sound kind of good, too.
It's almost like
and just a little tap.
Like a fun stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you lick the fun stick and put it with soap.
Right.
With poison.
Huh.
It's green beer, for your information.
I don't know that one.
So from fucking Superbad, when he put the beer in the soap in the detergent canister.
I should know that.
For your information.
Superbad has become the movie they play all the time on TV.
It's fucking funny. I was watching that, and then a little brand new Toddlers and Tiaras.
You love that show.
Which is hysterical, because the parents are so disturbed and so fucked up in the head. I have no clue how they don't have their kids taken away. This one woman, she kept opening her eyes real wide as she talked, and it was so distracting, I could barely listen to the babble that was coming out of her mouth. And then another one of these moms was waxing the eyebrows off of this little 5-year-old kid, and the kid's screaming, "No, it hurts! Don't pull!" And she's like, "Don't pull! Don't pull! Don't pull!" Whack! Whack!
Jesus Christ.
And I'm roaring laughing.
Of course, you got it.
It's the funniest thing watching these parents physically and mentally abuse their kids. It was this kid was like under a year old, a baby. And they're like, well, the dress is supposed to be off the shoulder, but it keeps slipping up, so we're going to duct tape it onto the kid. This little baby that doesn't know anything.
Now, this show's been on long enough. I wish they would do a show on what happened to these little kids when they grew up.
Toddlers and Tiaras, not so long.
But this type of show has been on. Right.
A lot longer.
Right.
Little Miss Perfect, they focus a little more on the older girls, I think. You'll get anywhere from like 14 and 11, things like that, 9, 8. This is like from infants to about 7.
Jesus,
and they
so
treat
wrong.
them horribly.
So fucking wrong. And anyone could go and check these things out, right?
Oh, it's always in some bad, like, local motor inn, like their big banquet room.
Yeah.
And it's full of chairs, and the chairs are always empty, aside from the family and a few really creepy looking dudes.
the local pedos.
Oh, yeah.
Come a calling.
Yeah.
They sniff that shit out.
Oh, yeah. They know when that's showing up.
They're frothing at the mouth.
Because these mothers, they dress their kids up like little whores.
One of these made the news the other day, the Madonna cone bra.
Really? Was the kid wearing a Madonna cone bra?
Yeah, I don't know if it's the one you watch or the other one. I don't know, but it was a big deal because the mom put the famous cone bra on her 5-year-old, 6-year-old.
I think they don't think it's a bad idea because they've been going to these things so long and they've been seeing other children dressed like whores that they think, oh, that's cute, that's wonderful. Good. And they got to make them move around, they try to shake their ass and stuff, and the parents are going yeah,
right.
And you watch, just go, what the fuck?
They're entertaining.
Oh, you like that, Uncle Bob?
Sure.
Have you been to a few of these?
Oh, I worked at one until there was a misunderstanding.
Oh, there was another misunderstanding.
Yeah, they said you got to get out of the dressing room.
Oh, see, you shouldn't be in the dressing room there.
Yes, bringing everybody cupcakes.
You're a good egg.
Yeah, they get real mad about stuff. You drill holes in the bathroom walls.
Oh, you can't do that, Uncle Paul. It's illegal.
Which one's got the cowboy hat?
The cowboy hat kind of is a blast from the past JonBenet thing. I think the JonBenet thing really kind of put the kibosh on the cowboy hat, but some girls do it.
They're trying to bring it back?
The big thing now seems to be the 50s diner waitress thing. Like that, they dress a lot of them up in a hoary version of that. But just see these kids crying all the time.
I'm just not sure if she's there or not at this point.
She looks like Ozzy in 1970, that lady.
All the parents
why are they all
fat loads of shit trying to live vicariously through these poor, abused children. Last night, they showed a 1-year-old with the mother going, oh, she's getting a little cranky and stuff. We got to give her her Go Juice or some kind of shit, whatever they would call it. It was a can of Coke. A can of Coke. A 1-year-old.
Wow.
Pouring it down her throat.
Jesus.
Like, you need energy, kid. Here you go.
Right.
What shitty parents.
This kid is really ugly. Is she one of the Tiara girls?
Some of these kids are the ugliest little kids.
I love how they put
they think they're gorgeous.
I love how they put their 5-year-old on a strict diet as the mom's just sitting there eating ho-hos.
Fat pig.
Oh, they have diets and everything. I've seen a few of these.
These are enraging.
And then when their teeth fall out, they give them these thing called flippers. They're fake teeth, and they throw them in their mouth, and they're worse than Voss's when they were really bad. They got these giant fucking teeth in their face. They can't even talk. They put on that fake smile.
What kind of mother does this?
They are delusional.
Are they old, beauty pageant
all fat
women?
loads. Some of them have been in pageants. Other ones, like this one last night, was I was so happy when my last child was a girl because she's going to be Miss America, and this is going to be wonderful. And just from 6 months old, she's been dragging this kid to pageants, and that's it.
What needy cunts these women are.
Yeah, that's what they are.
Needy cunts.
And I love pageants.
She doesn't know if she loves pageants.
No, they all love them because Mommy told them you love pageants.
Look at that fat mother. Look at another fat mother.
Big lump of shit. They're all fat loads of shite.
They're women who really are just kind of fucking fat, valueless things, trying to get validation through their kids.
This is their whole thing. How many sashes and crowns?
Because something fell out of their pussy.
And the pussy whipped fathers. Oh, that's our coach. Oh, Western wear routine. Wow, how original.
I'm getting ready to do my Western wear this weekend.
Yeah? Is it a little skirt?
Yeah.
You see, and they make them do a little whore dance.
It's a new routine.
Just give her a pole already.
Why is she spinning around and showing? What are you doing?
They're treating their kids like little whores, like little strippers. That's what they do. And the more they act like little strippers, the more they win. The judges love seeing that.
Who's this fucking... I hope this woman is so skinny because she smokes a lot and has cancer. I hate her.
We don't care. Okay, you just keep going like you never messed up.
Last night was great, too, because one of the kids started out on a chair, and she's standing on a chair with her arms spread apart, and she's supposed to walk off the chair, and she fell flat on her face. It was so fucking funny. I love when the kids get hurt, and I love watching the parents completely abuse their children. It is the best part of the show, watching the kids cry because they're hurt.
How terrible.
It's disgusting.
It really is disgusting. It's like... It's so obviously disgusting, and it's so obvious,
inappropriate.
You're a needy
not even the
piece
word
of
for it.
shit, And who goes to these fucking things?
It's mostly
creeps.
Fucking creeps.
Who else would go?
Teeth.
Like Ann said,
teeth in that kid's mouth. Look,
it's got to be family members and creeps. That's it. Who else would go?
Why does this give your daughter value? It's so stupid.
It's not for the kids.
No, I know.
It's for the fucking dumb mothers mostly. And the fathers just get trudged and dragged along and have to fucking pay all kinds of money.
Yeah, dress them up in makeup. It's just...
Yeah, they make them up. This one girl's like, I like you getting all dolled up. She said dolled up. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's that fucking fat load mother expression.
Yeah.
Because she got knocked up in a car when she got dolled up when she was 18. These fucking shitty women.
Oh, of course.
All these kids could be in, like, they could be taking them all to acting class or doing something that's creative at least. Or fucking...
Yeah. But you gonna be in the pageant, you's beautiful, and you gonna win this one. And then they get mad at them when they fuck up on stage. They're kids. And they're just walking around the stage and they're like, "What? You forgot a whole part of your routine." Mm-hmm. Did she? Yeah, they spend thousands upon thousands of dollars on these dumb little clothes and
just to get an awful trophy.
To get an awful trophy. Because these are all like, if you ask me, I'm not sure. I don't know how they work. But it seems from watching it, I figured out, it seems like a scam. Like the entry fees are so high, and all they're getting is like $1,000 if they win, and a big trophy and a big plastic tiara. But the entry fees are huge, and they're pocketing a lot of money, I think.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of money.
Certainly, it's a scam.
Little Miss Perfect pageant.
I want to know more about the women that are eating all that weird shit. So next week is the couch and the foam.
The big fat black woman that eats, couch cushion foam.
What kind of shit does that make?
Ugh. I can only imagine what's in there, too. You ever see a couch cushion? Because they're not new. They're crusty and fucking full of, like, skin cells and bed bugs and those creatures that live on your eyelashes and that thing that they put in Chekhov's ear.
Are you eating bed bugs?
Ugh.
Everyone else's blood in them? They're shitting your neighbor's blood into your mouth?
But like pop rocks in the back of your throat, full of blood. Nice.
All right. We're going to take our first break. We got Bob Kelly coming in today.
Bobby!
And also Seth Rogen calling the show, promoting Green Hornet, right?
Yes, he's in Green Hornet.
It looks like a completely different guy. Lost a lot of weight. Did he lose weight? Lost weight and got himself in shape for the role.
Well, he would have had to. That's why it's so odd. I see it as odd casting.
You do?
Yeah. Why am I the worst Trekkie ever, you fuck? Anthony is the worst Trekkie ever. I fucking know what the creature they put in Chekhov's ear. Shut up. Shut up, I rule.
You do rule.
Yeah.
You certainly rule. We all know it.
He wrote Green Hornet? Is that what happened?
What do you mean?
Did he write?
Seth Rogen wrote Green Hornet?
Did he write this one?
No, come on.
Someone said.
Come on.
See, I'm bad at that. Yeah, I see the casting as being a little odd.
Which means maybe...
I don't really see Seth Rogen as the Green Hornet.
Maybe the movie's going to be a little different. You know what I mean?
I'll ask him about that, because I don't even think he would see himself as Green Hornet.
Yeah, so that means they're doing something different.
Yeah.
We're all thinking one thing, but maybe there's a little twist to the whole Green Hornet story that they're doing.
Oh, would you stop it?
What?
She's trying to give me a test.
A Star Trek test?
Yeah, what episode did Khan originally appear in?
The actual episode? The number?
He was a lawyer in the pilot.
In Star Trek, the original Star Trek.
Do you know that?
It's on the Space Seed, it was called, when he was on the SS, the Botany Bay, and from the 90s, a ship from the 90s.
Oh, wow.
That was launched into space, and,
sure,
intergalactic in the 90s.
And that's what we were doing in the 90s. It's perfect.
Don't even.
I think I know the answer to that, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah. Who gives a fuck?
I know.
When Khan showed up.
Shatner don't even care, and it's obvious when we talk to him and I bring up Star Trek stuff. He's just lambasting.
He's the last person that wants to talk about that.
He's like, I love it, and he goes, I don't know.
Right.
It was a show I was on.
You knew more about what he did in his show than you did.
And he tries
than he did.
Bring up a serious line, and I just equate it to some bad Star Trek moment. We got to have him back.
I miss him.
He's fucking
William
great.
Shatner's great radio. Rogan did co-write
okay.
the Green Hornet. So
there you go.
So we'll talk to him a little later on. We're going to take our first break, and maybe we'll get into the Obama speech last night.
Obama.
Get the latest on that whole situation.
Yeah.
It's all about the guns. Everyone's talking about the guns. Guns.
Gotta love the guns.
Hey, here we go.
But I've always loved cock, and that's why I just lick it, but I can't. Wow, sorry. That's my Mike Thrawn joke.
And the reason Pete Townsend, 8 years ago.
What's that?
8 years ago for Pete Townsend.
What, the whole controversy?
Oh, yeah. The child porn thing.
I would have thought that was longer ago, to tell you the truth.
8 years ago. And he got away with it by saying he was doing some research. God bless Pete Townsend.
Yeah,
I don't know how you get away with that one, but he did.
You got to pretend you was molested.
Oh. Yeah, he said he was molested or some shit.
I do a lot of research.
You think he's itching by now? 8 years later, you think he's itching?
I don't even look at it, I'm itching. Kitty porn just sounds awful.
It really
It sucks so much in real life.
It really does just sound awful.
Kids are so irritating on the people I avoid the most in life are children. I just find them to be annoying.
The worst.
How annoying would that be if you jerk it off and you have to look at that? Maybe I'm kind of stating the obvious, but I just don't get it.
There's some creeps out there, man.
Yeah. How does the kitty porn scene start? Guys on a plane trying to sleep, and everybody jerks off. That sounds hideous.
You know, I'm going to add it to my list, by the way, because this whole gun debate.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think in my own brain all the things I'm more scared of than guns. And now that I'm a father, that's another one. The creeps out there.
Creeps?
Way more scared of creeps.
A lot of creeps.
God forbid, getting a hold of my kid than guns.
Yeah.
Way more scared driving around in my car than guns.
If you could put a chip in your kid, what's that? If you could have a teeny chip inserted in the kid's foot, you would.
Not even up for debate. In a second.
And all the people that are saying that's a police state, but you would just to be protected.
In a second, I would do it. Yep. No problem. Oh yeah.
Why don't they have that yet?
Because the first thing the guy would do is hack your kid's foot off.
Not if you don't know where it is. If it's in one of 6 places,
I'd make sure it's
in
the middle. I'd make sure it's in the middle of one of his ribs.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it, you got to go all in.
Yeah.
Little minor surgery, he'll get over that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
we don't even know where the VINs are in cars. Really, most people don't even know where all the VINs are. Nobody would know where these things are in kids.
Most of the guys, stealing the cars. Well, they're probably finally savvy, but they thought there was only one VIN number.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there was one VIN for a while. Who knows?
Yeah, it's always been like on the engine block and shit like that. But putting a little radio thing in your kid.
Yeah, I would have no problem with that.
Yeah.
No problem.
At least in the
track them online.
In the sneakers, every pair of sneakers should have them for when you want them.
That doesn't.
But for initially,
pull the sneaker off.
You could, but most people wouldn't just think to pull all the kids' clothes. Like honestly, in public, when you're taking a kid away, you're not going to yank every article of clothing off.
Right.
So you have a window of time.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. Turn on your little tracking device.
I invented sneakers that do that, except the fault of my invention was that they make noise like a car backing up. So the kidnapper knows because the child's foot is going beep. I call that a one beep.
Yes. It should be like the OnStar system where you could your kid disappears, you just hit a button on your keychain and his underwear lock.
That's really funny. Hey, everyone talking about Obama. I saw Obama's speech last night.
Obama.
I thought he did a really, really good job. It was one of the better speeches I've seen him do.
I heard he was very presidential.
It was like old school Obama before he got the job.
Well, this is because this speech wasn't about issues.
Are you going to spin?
No, I'm just saying this is because this speech wasn't about issues.
He kept it very neutral too. He didn't really
are bipartisan. Yeah.
He didn't really go after anybody. Really, he didn't take advantage of the situation. He was just very presidential, I thought.
Remember when he did the keynote address many years ago when he first came on the scene and everybody was like, "Wow, what a speaker!" Because he was doing the same thing. He was just talking about hope in the country and how there's so many great things and opportunity. When he's got to talk about specific issues, then he self-destructs.
Did you see the speech last night?
Yeah. I didn't. I want to hear some of it. Well, we all make love.
We could get some highlights, I guess. We should have got highlights for the...
We don't have the highlights?
Probably not.
Maybe we do.
Well, I didn't quite know. I like his little implied Messiah thing that he did.
What? He's the reason why she opened her eyes. We all know that.
Exactly.
We all know that.
He walked in, he walked out of the hospital room, and right after he walked out...
It's okay, Ed. You can accept that.
Oh, she missed him? That's when he left and then she opens her eyes?
Yeah, then she opened her eyes.
Yeah. And, man, I'm very uncomfortable by how quickly Obama's going gray.
Oh, my God.
He's on the TV right now. Look how...
It really is.
He has so much gray hair. It is going gray fast.
When he leaves office, he's going to look like one of those old grandpappies.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what it was like when I was the president of the United States.
Do you think...
With the little cotton thing on his chin?
Why will he talk like that?
Well, because that's how old grandpappies talk.
How would you know? When was the last time you talked to an old grandpappy?
Well, I see him in cartoons.
Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, but I guess she opened up her eyes. She adjusted her gown.
Oh, yeah? Oh.
She's going to make a almost full recovery. She's going to look a little fucked up, but she's going to...
Will she be blind, or can she talk? Or?
I think...
She got a patch over one eye. She got half her head's wrapped up. They took like a piece of her skull out to compensate for brain swelling.
Really?
So it doesn't fuck the brain up.
Right.
And so right now, yeah, she's still in pretty fucked up shape.
She shouldn't even be alive, though. Like, it really is amazing that a bullet fucking passed through her brain and she's still living.
Where did it pass through, Ant? The side?
They thought it was from the back to the front. Now they're saying it was from the front to the back.
Conspiracy.
Over her eye, through the upper part of her brain, and then out the back of her head.
So it sort of missed everything.
Yeah, they say that the real important shit is kind of more deep in your brain. The speech stuff,
something's going to come out.
Oh, no, believe me, your whole brain is pretty necessary.
All of a sudden she realizes she can't knit anymore or something. Yeah. It's going to be some dumb, mundane thing.
With a part of the brain that makes fire, like, whenever you shit, nobody knew that there's actually a part of the brain that makes it not be on fire. Like, when that part of the brain is gone, you just shit fire.
All of a sudden she can't figure out how to clip her own toenails. It's going to be some dumb thing that comes out.
It will be something like
which
weird,
is fine. I mean, I think she would take that contract.
Sure.
Right? But
but you hate to think of the part of the brain that helps you finish a sentence. Like, you didn't know that part was in the front.
Yeah.
But now she's like, I just want to say thank you.
And it's only the last word of every sentence.
Last word of every sentence.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh, we have another attempted hat removal.
Yes.
What
this old bag.
Who's trying to attack Buddy Hackett?
How do you feel? I'm lousy right now, and I've been trying to sleep, and I only have about 2 hours sleep.
Oh, and the press woke her
Well,
up.
please take another look at this surveillance video.
Yeah.
If you know anything, you know who these people might be, please call Crime Stoppers. 1-800-577-TIPS.
What do you expect?
That
no description.
What do you expect?
No description in the Daily News either.
Well, there was a description on that video right there.
Wait.
Yeah, there he is.
Let's see, what's the description?
Hey, how you doing?
No description.
No.
Why would you?
And it looked like it might have been one of those Red Hat Society broads.
This is different. This is
of course it is.
Elevator attack in Brooklyn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You said the lady whose hat was almost removed, it was a red hat.
Yeah.
We got to start paying attention to the red hats. It's the Red Hat Society.
She shouldn't have been wearing that hat.
I couldn't agree more.
But I thought Obama did well. I thought he sounded presidential, and he sounded better than he has in a long time. But the problem I had with the whole thing was it was creepy. It sounded like a pep rally for a big college basketball game or something.
A lot of applause and
a lot of cheering and a lot of. The mood was upbeat, which was. I'm not saying that's wrong. It was just very interesting because it was. I don't know.
According to the paper, it was inappropriate.
You think it was inappropriate?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it, but the paper.
But maybe they were going
been.
for that. Maybe they were like, you know what? Instead of doing the somber thing, we're going to say some really nice things about all the victims and all that. But why don't we keep it a little upbeat? Let's try something different here.
I think it was more of a memorial. That's again, I'm only going by what I read.
Oh God! If Reverend Al was talking at the Haitian Americans holding a rally for earthquake victims, we gave the money. At least America did. I didn't.
How has that country done nothing in a year?
Yeah, a year. They haven't done anything with all that money, and now they're doing a benefit.
You know why? Because it's Haiti. But it's Haiti.
Yeah.
There's one island I like to go to is Turks and Caicos.
Yeah.
The Haitians can't wait to get to that island. They can't wait to swim for freedom.
Is it nice?
Every year when I go down there, there's a boat that capsized, and Haitians are swimming for their lives, getting eaten by sharks and all that, because they want off of Haiti.
Is it nice, Turks and Caicos?
I like it.
Heard it's nice.
Yeah, some nice places to go.
I don't know. That was just a sidetrack thing. See if Reverend Al, whatever he's saying, if he's blaming the United States for the money not getting to the people that need it.
Let's find out. But but the energy in the room last night for Obama's speech was up there.
Should have been a little more somber.
I don't know. It just felt different. I'm having a tough time explaining myself. I guess it just it wasn't like Reagan, like dramatically saying what he said, and everyone was very quiet.
Yeah,
there was a lot of applauding and cheering
and wooing,
standing ovations.
Woo! I heard some woo. Yeah,
it was a college though, right?
Yeah,
that's a weird place.
And Roland's brother saved her life. The intern. That's Roland's brother.
What?
You know, the intern that was on the job for less than a week and jumped on the shooter, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Roland's brother.
I don't even know who he is.
You guys didn't see that.
No.
He's chubby little lad.
You didn't see the speech. No, you said you saw the speech.
I didn't see that part.
You didn't see the speech.
I did. No, I did, but I didn't.
The big, chubby Mexican guy.
Oh, okay. I must have been in the bathroom at that point.
That was
cranking
another Roland type.
I think we all have to walk that one off.
Oh yeah, certainly. I thought I was talking to guys that actually saw the speech, but I have a strong feeling Ant didn't see the speech.
I did. I know I did.
I did.
I know you don't like Obama, so you probably didn't see the speech.
I wasn't paying much attention to it.
No.
Put it this way: it was on while I was playing online poker.
And you looked up every once in a while.
Yeah, every so often.
Yeah.
When the applause came up.
What do you think of the Sarah Palin blood libel thing?
This is a prime example of what I said yesterday. I said it before she even put out the statement, and I think it was you that said, "Why hasn't Sarah Palin said anything? She's being quiet during this whole thing." And I said because she cannot say a word without getting jumped on. She will get jumped on for anything. Anything she said.
But
and believe me, again, I'm going to say I don't like Sarah Palin. I think she's kryptonite for the Republicans. But they will just crucify her for anything that comes out of her mouth.
Here's the beautiful thing. They attack her. They say that they imply that she's responsible. They'll deny that. She responds and attacks them, and then they all say that she's putting herself in the story. And then the fucking shooter's friends say he did not listen to talk radio. He didn't care about it.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that now these shitheads have to lay off of that.
Yeah, he didn't watch the news, I guess. All that crap.
All the rhetoric.
Right.
It meant nothing. It meant nothing.
I think people have a problem because she used blood libel, though.
But no one knew what that meant.
To the point where she yanked the video, by the way, from her Facebook. It's
old
gone.
School Jewish people knew what that meant. I didn't know what it meant until I heard it on the news this morning. That apparently it's some kind of a reference to Jews killing Christians. Is that it?
Yeah, something like that.
Blood libel?
Yeah.
And she used it in her speech. I didn't know what the fuck it meant. It sounded like, the context that she said it in, it sounded fine to me.
Everything, they can levy any charges against anybody. And if you respond harshly, these fucking assholes get mad at that too. The media, they are fucking repugnant.
I actually heard one of the guys say, Sarah Palin is making the story about herself. It's like, wait, they brought her name up the second this happened.
Yeah, everyone made the story about her.
Their hatred of her
and her
makes you defend her. Like, it's like, I don't want to defend Sarah Palin.
Neither do I.
But literally, they are so repulsive, it's like you feel obligated to step in and go, you guys are full of shit.
Yep.
You're blaming something on somebody, although you don't have the courage to say you're blaming something on them, that has nothing to do with it. That you're blaming her fucking map.
Right.
I know.
Ugh. And then her friend, all the kids' friends are going, no, he was a left-wing. No, he didn't listen to that. Right. Everyone who knew this piece of shit is saying that had nothing to do with it.
Well, knowing him, that doesn't matter. It's whatever they assume on the news.
No one makes this worse for Sarah Palin, and I got to say this really carefully. That Gabrielle Giffords there is alive. Oh boy, that's going to be a rough one for Sarah Palin when Gabrielle gets to talk eventually.
Yeah,
about her feelings about this whole thing, right or wrong. But when her voice is heard, oh boy, I would love to see how Sarah Palin's going to get out of that one.
Of course, it's wrong. Keep her mouth shut.
Who?
Sarah Palin.
Yeah,
she's shut up. Go up there, Alaska, and have fun. Whatever the fuck you do.
You think her political career is over?
I don't think it was ever really.
I don't know, man. It seems like there's enough people that are rah-rah Sarah Palin.
Yeah, the news shows a lot of people.
Rah-rah.
The news wants you to think.
What about the Republican Party? You know a little bit about that. Were they rah-rah about Sarah Palin or not?
No, not at all. Look at what she did for the party.
So why are they allowing her to just kind of almost represent the party at times?
They're not. The news is portraying her that way.
And what, the Republican Party is just kind of ignoring her like, oh, this is just silly
No one's
nonsense?
Looking to fucking put her on a ticket. The Republican Party knows she was the death knell for the fucking ticket 2 years ago. And they know that. They're not going to give her a shot now. She's done.
Well, that's very different than how the news portrays
it. The news portrays it like she is the fucking princess of conservatives and Republicans and the Tea Party and whatever the fuck else you want to call it. When meanwhile, no one's given her the time of day, but the news portraying her that way makes her more of a threat.
Mm-hmm.
So you could, jump on her for things like this, and it gives them a target. So it makes it easier to bash her. If we knew. If the news portrayed it the way it is, with no one gives a shit about her, they wouldn't be talking about her.
Right.
Like, who cares? She's not running.
Yeah. Well, here's part of her tape from yesterday. Her video.
With that dumb voice.
That she took down from Facebook almost immediately. It was up there a few hours.
I've spent the last few days reflecting on what happened.
Right, pause, please, right there. This bitch. Look, how could she spend the last few days reflecting?
She was reflecting.
What the fuck? Oh, God. Sorry, man. That just upset me so much. that dumb middle American was reflecting, even though she's in Alaska. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Every single word.
Nah, dude, what a bitch. What is she doing? Reflecting. Yeah, what? Your own image off the blood? Because of your rhetoric? Sorry, go ahead. Play it.
And in the end, not a lot of people watch those programs. I think they were bragging that Bill O'Reilly finally had 1 million people watching them.
Yeah.
That's only 1 million people. It seems like the whole country watches those shows. But 1 million people, if you really think about it, is really not a lot.
They do Hannity does like 3, O'Reilly does like 3 million, Hannity does like 2.9.
Why are they saying he finally hit 1 million?
Because the Drudge Report will show sometimes how many viewers they had.
Right.
Hannity, I think Hannity, Beck, O'Reilly, they all have like Hannity.
I was reading an article
3 million.
yesterday that he was bragging that he hit 1 million viewers or something.
No. Sure it wasn't Oberman?
No.
I think Oberman has over 1 million viewers.
Fucking Oberman. God.
That guy gets to the bottom. I'm sorry to be interrupted.
And I probably operate on the 40-yard line in his direction, but he's a fucking asshole. I like that. Operate on the 40-yard line. It's terrific. Billy CLO on Twitter. Gifford's skull piece that was removed, like you were talking about, was put in her abdomen, so no infection occurs, according to the ghoulish Dr. Bodden.
Ah, Dr. Bodden.
They interviewed Dr. Bodden. He said, they removed part of her skull and they put it in her abdomen for a while.
Isn't that weird how they got to do that to just keep your body nourishing things?
How the fuck did you figure that one out?
I know. It's fucked up.
They probably tried a bunch of places and threw medicine in the arm. It looked silly.
Put it in the heel.
The heel. You can't step on our head.
Heel.
Can we hear more of the panel thing?
You're crushing your own skull. We got to remove it and put it somewhere else.
I didn't mean to interrupt, man. My anger just got the best of me at this woman.
Man.
Sorry, guys.
Try to be quiet.
Sorry, guys.
Try to be quiet there, Jimmy.
I've spent the last few days reflecting on what happened and praying for guidance. After the shocking tragedy...
Right there! Shocking? After your rhetoric? What is shocking about it? She practically pulled the trigger! Sorry about that, guys. This woman upsets me so much.
That's okay.
She's enraging, man.
Understandably so.
We understand, sir.
Listened at first puzzled, then with concern, and now with sadness, to the irresponsible statements from people attempting to apportion blame for this terrible
right there, please.
event.
Pause that, please. A portion. How much is in a portion? The Nortons always had smaller portions. A very average meatloaf. Boo.
How many portions did you have? Strawberry.
That's fine.
You got the numbers, Hannity and O'Reilly? I don't know what the fuck I was reading yesterday. Now I got to go back to that.
Hannity had 2.2 million Tuesday. O'Reilly had 3.6 million. Wow, O'Reilly almost 4 million. Jesus Christ.
Is that a lot when you're thinking, the whole country and politics?
For that kind of thing. A lot of people just don't watch those shows.
You reach a lot more people with talk radio.
American Idol, people want to watch, and all these other fucking shit shows. But
Hannity reaches way more people with his radio show. Get his numbers for the radio.
Yeah.
I don't even want to quote the number, but it's over 10 million.
Yeah,
he's got over 10 million fucking listeners. You could go to yeah, all right.
Terrible event. President Reagan said, "We must reject the idea that every time a law is broken, society is guilty rather than the lawbreaker.
Who said that?
It is time to restore the American precept that each individual is accountable for his actions. Acts of monstrous criminality stand on their own. They begin and end with the criminals who commit them, not collectively with all the citizens of a state, not with those who listen to talk radio, not with maps of swing districts used by both sides of the aisle, not with law-abiding citizens who respectfully exercise their First Amendment rights at campaign rallies, and not with those who proudly voted in the last election."
What the fuck is wrong with anything she said?
There's just
the blood libel thing, which is coming up. That's what they're all.
But if it wasn't that, it would have been something else.
Oh, of course.
They just hated that she responded. Even if you hate this woman's guts, what the fuck is wrong with anything she just said?
Right. And Matthews had 780,000 viewers.
What?
So many Matthews, Chris Matthews. So you got O'Reilly in the 3 million, right? You got Hannity in the 2 millions, and then Matthews talking for the other side, only 750,000
figures.
Here's the blood libel thing that everyone's talking about today.
If you don't like a person's vision for the country, you're free to debate that vision. If you don't like their ideas, you're free to propose better ideas. But especially within hours of a tragedy unfolding, journalists and pundits should not manufacture a blood libel that serves only to incite the very hatred and violence that they purport to condemn. That is reprehensible.
Blood libel.
Blood libel.
They took this speech through a fine-tooth comb and found that was the best they could do.
100% right. Well, she was 100% right.
Well, why don't we go to Israel? We got some blood libel info from our resident Jew, David in Israel. You know David. He calls from time to time. What time is it in Israel, David?
2:30 in the afternoon.
2:30 in the afternoon.
And no, Opie, I do not have a lot of numbers here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go.
No. Help us out
What's
here.
blood libel? Nah, I'm chewing. Sorry.
What's blood libel? What is this?
It started with a guy named Mendel Bayless.
Of course it did.
Mendel.
Mendel.
Back in Russia, where rumor had it, this is what they say at least, that the Jews would kill little Christian kids to use their blood in the matzahs. And the people at the time actually framed this guy by killing a kid and putting him on a trial and trying to convince the world that he killed them to put blood in our matzahs for Passover. So that's the origin of where it comes from. And I guess people use the word blood libel whenever you're trying to say that somebody else. You're trying to blame somebody for something that you say they did and they didn't do.
So basically, what she said was 100% accurate, and the fucking pussy media, which knows that, picked up on it because the word blood is in it. Meanwhile, they can't stop using the word blood or to stop crazed killer. But if she uses it to defend herself in what is a smart context, there's a problem.
Yeah.
Fucking sickening.
I said it. She can't say anything without being crucified, so just don't say anything. Fuck it.
But there was a lot of blood that day in Arizona, which makes it kind of awkward to hear blood libels.
Well, you know, she used it in whatever context.
It was a bloody
she
scene,
did.
Anthony.
Yes, it was.
They should grow the fuck up, the media. I got to run, guys. Have a good one.
From what? A car bomb?
Yeah, where are you running from? Or two? What, the bank?
I want to make a bunch of money. I'm a Jew.
Were you running after Zell down the sidewalk?
Yeah, the time to make the donuts guy. Remember him? He was in the shop, too.
You know, can I... David, you got to stay in line for a second.
Sure.
This is what I know of Israel, and I got to be honest. That you're just constantly running for your lives. That's all I think.
That is really the image we have of Israel.
I just have a feeling it's the most stressful place to live in the world, and there's never a relaxing day. Is that true, sir?
Opie, what's the weather in New York right now?
I see the sun coming up in between the buildings right now.
Okay, so by you, I was in the U.S. about a month and a half ago. I think it was about 20 degrees the entire week. Here it's about 65 degrees on a bad day when everyone's bitching.
Yeah, and then it's 2,000 degrees in a bus. We're not talking about the weather. We're talking about threats.
Right. I'm showing my lack of knowledge, and I'm not. I just have this feeling that, you know, you go to a cafe and you only want to be there for 10 minutes. You want the you want the waiter to hurry up.
You're just eating as quick as you can.
When you realize, oh shit, I got to get on a bus today. Yeah, there's just flop sweat coming off your forehead. This is what I picture, sir.
Not at all. The security here is very good. Anthony will love it here. They do racially profiling, so if you're a white person and you're Jewish, no problem.
God, when Jewish girls are younger, they are so fucking hot.
Yeah,
what happens to them?
I just punched up Israeli beach girls.
God. Then, man, a few years go by, and they got all sorts of shit growing off them.
They look like that fucking, what's her name? The old premier. What was her name?
Not Margaret Thatcher.
Golden Meir.
Golda Meir.
Oh,
they all wind up looking like Golda Meir.
Yeah, but I think the pictures you have of her.
And do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because he's not going with it. Do you picture Israel as one of these places where it's just extremely stressful all the time, or not?
Go into a cafe, just eat as quickly as you can, run out of the place.
Right. Could you please find me a table where I'm 100 yards from nobody?
Yeah.
When was the last time you heard of a bombing in this country?
I understand that. I know I'm completely wrong.
What time is it?
But guess what? Right now, I think Australia is just a very watery place. I don't know shit because I don't get out.
I'm just making guttural moans on the microphone.
I know. You got to see
over some of these
Google,
pictures, Danny.
What's the search in the Google image today?
Oh, no. This is a cousin of mine that I've never met.
Let me see.
That's your cousin?
Yeah. Wow.
Why don't you bring her around?
So incest would be the search.
If she was down, I'd probably do it.
How old is she?
Dude, I don't even know. I'd have to look.
Would she fuck your friends?
I don't know. What's the fun of that? I don't know.
I'd give you a full report. You smell my wiener.
I mean, if I can't get it, you can have some shit.
Any other questions for David in Israel? Is blood libel very offensive to you, David?
Not at all. It's more of a term than anything else. It's used based on what happened in the past, and I don't give a shit if you use it. The same way when Anthony makes Jew jokes, although I know he's serious when he makes them.
I do not. I don't think I make Jew jokes.
He lives among the Jews.
I live amongst
Why would he do that?
The tribe. I live amongst them.
Right.
I love the Jews.
One thing I'll tell you that I think I've told this to you in the past, over here, they do racially profile, and that's why as much as in your head, and before I actually moved over here, I also thought it was the same way. Once you come here, you get used to it. It's a little bit more of a bitch. You have security. Like, when I walk into my office building, they do have a metal detector.
Mm-hmm.
but they racially profile if you're an Arab. Like yesterday, actually, I was on the way home, and an Arab was entering an area he wasn't allowed to. Soldiers with M16s pointed at him, made him lift up his shirt, do a 360 to make sure he had nothing. And if you're white, they let you go straight through without any problem.
Yeah, there you go.
You're lucky that you don't really get a lot of cold weather. Can you imagine how stressful it would be to look around at the puffy coats?
Oh, God.
What's under his puffy coat?
Any puffy coat, you just run in the other direction.
The only time I have problems with puffy coats is when I'm in New York when somebody asks me where's North.
Yeah, which way is north?
Right on, David. Hey, David, next time you come to New York, why don't you stop by and say hi?
I thought that in the new studio you guys have a room. In the last 2 months, I've been...
We're like 1 block from the Diamond District there. Don't worry.
Yeah, pick up a little diamond and check out a little radio.
Yeah. You can come right over after cutting somebody's throat with a knife that pops out from your sleeve. Thank you. Olivier joke. 1979.
Marathon man.
If I would have known, I would have came by.
All right. Thank you, sir. We're going to go to Jason in California. Jason?
Hey, good morning, boys.
Hello.
What's up, brother?
I just want to bring some attention. Palin's kind of had the theme of, being a hunter, shooting guns and whatnot through her campaign. And how come nobody's talking that she might be just using that as a tool to, aid her along? You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? Like she's trying to paint herself as a hunter, like an outdoorsy person?
Well, no, when she was campaigning for Vice, she was, she had a theme of being a shooter and, shooting out of the helicopter and the country lifestyle.
Well, yeah, that's more for Alaska, I think. Like, because she's a part of Alaska, the wilderness, outdoorsy. That's kind of seen as an American thing.
No, I know, but being a shooter, using the targets on the...
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
I don't know. I'll punch it out.
All right, brother.
No, I know what he means. I don't even think it's meant that literally, though.
Yeah.
Targets, like Ant used the metaphors.
It's a metaphor.
But we know that. People know that. There's not even no need to explain that.
Oh, they're saying that, okay, this is the tie-in. I didn't know this. Dennis in Arizona. Dennis.
Hello.
Hi. From what I was reading yesterday, and it was on the Huffington Post, and I highly don't recommend you go to that.
God,
it's
Huffington
basically
shit.
that they're trying to tie her in with anti-Semitism because of the overtones that were used all throughout history with it. Basically, Hitler attached himself to the label and started bringing up blood libels against the Jews again. So that's pretty much what they're doing.
They're basically doing anything they can to paint her as the bad guy, even though a crazy left-wing nut who did not listen to talk radio, pothead, tried to kill someone and shot a 9-year-old. It's her fault.
Yeah. And there's
shitty country.
Some posts on there from some rabbi bloggers and posters on Huffington Post who are, of course, they're so against the term blood libel because, well, she's a conservative female and also a Christian. So
if Obama used it, they would say how amazing it was that he reached back through history and brought up this articulate example. Because liberals love calling black people who aren't robbing them articulate because they can't believe that black people are speaking properly.
That's your liberal thinking right there.
More importantly, we're talking about blood libel. I want to go to Iraq right now. E?
Oh, no.
If you go to Mike, the microphone. Please.
Gravy libel.
I want you to tell me what the pad data says right now.
Yes, and we realized that and we changed it.
Oh, you did?
What did it say?
What did it say?
It said blood libel, but it was spelled Liabel or BLE. I forget how we typed it.
Who spelled it?
Liable. That's how.
What is that? Liable.
I want to thank Derek712 on Twitter.
Did he rat him out?
Oh, he ratted him out.
Bunch of
Derek's
rats.
a hardcore fan.
Our old intern.
Derek is?
Isn't that the one we...
I don't recognize his face. All right. Thank you, whatever your name is.
So whatever.
Let me say hi to Lou in Jersey. Lou.
Lou.
Hey.
Yeah, I went to school with a lot of Jewish girls, and a ton of them were hot. And like 10 years later, you start looking at it on Facebook, and you just go, what the fuck happened to their faces? They all start looking like Barbra Streisand.
Yeah, you explained it way better than I did, because it's not that they start growing hair or anything. Like, their body parts start morphing into shit.
Yeah, it's really, really strange. And you're like, what happened? She was hot like 5 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, and it happens quickly with them for some reason.
Yeah, that's all. See you guys.
All right, thank you, sir.
They were the goers in school, too.
Oh, yeah.
They were the goers.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim Norton knows a little bit about prostitution.
Yes, I do.
Does he?
And we got Jim Norton's guide to Jersey City prostitutes.
Really?
Oh, no.
Yes, we got this for everybody.
Is this... I know what this is.
Really?
Yeah, it was some stupid thing because they're like, oh, how do we celebrate tickets going on sale tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. for Jim's Montclair date, March 5th, at the Wellmont Theater? And I'm like, don't do a production piece about it.
Right.
What do I care? Everyone knows I'm at the Montclair.
Well, they certainly...
No one cares, right?
The Wellmont Theater, March 5th. If you're busy, don't go. What do I know?
You don't even care to say it. So
I won't
don't
mention it again until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Spelled the old British version. THEATRE.
Before we play this, Karen in Boston wants to
Karen!
tell the world that SNL made fun of Anthony this past weekend.
What?
Karen, what do you got?
So I was watching, I don't normally watch, but I caught it on demand last night. And on the Weekend Update, they had Andy Cumbino with all his poor references. And my cousin Vinny told me, blah, blah, blah. It was definitely you. Absolutely. Anyone who listens to the show would know.
Can we get that?
We'll take a look.
We'll take no, but we have to get it. We have to get it because Karen's saying without a doubt they were making fun of Anthony, so now we got to play this.
Making fun of me?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Stay close to your phone because we're going to need you back.
Where are we watching on demand? Hulu?
Karen.
Oh, it's on Comcast.
Thanks.
It's the episode with Jim Carrey.
All right, the last one. Anyone see SNL with Jim Carrey? Was he over-the-top guy?
They say one of the highest-rated SNL in quite some time. But why? What has Jim Carrey done lately? Anything?
All right, let's play the prostitute thing. Thanks, Karen. We'll take a look at that. Here's Jim Norton's guide to Jersey City prostitutes.
Are you looking for that perfect gift? Well, look no further. Introducing the Jim Norton Guide to Jersey City Prostitution. It's unbelievable. This 4-disc DVD box set, personally narrated by the famous self-deprecating comedian, will show you some of the most notorious places to pick up women in one of the most dangerous cities in New Jersey.
If I could, all I would do is rape jokes right now.
In this video, you'll learn how to properly approach a prostitute.
It's easy. They do recognize you after a while. They'll heckle you, like they'll yell things. Keep riding around. Hookers never like Sabbath. I learned that. I would only pick them up if they got it on the right side. I would stop. Shit like that.
How to avoid awkward situations when dealing with a hooker.
Remember one Puerto Rican chick got in my car and she was eating peanut brittle? She sucked my dick and it was in the whole that peanut smell. I was looking at hookers. And I stopped and the tranny walked over and snatched my glasses off and said, "For wasting my time." I actually high-beamed and flashed the cop. And I'm like, she took my glasses. I'll never forget it as long as I live.
And most importantly, how to spot a fake.
A lot of times people get fooled, man. I never realized that a guy would get tits. Like, it didn't occur to me. I was getting hookers for a long time at that point. We were fucking, and it was pitch black in my car in Jersey City. I knew. Well, when I discovered that the lady was not quite the lady I thought, it's like, what am I going to do, talk to her manager? I fucking dumped my load.
So don't be caught off guard and take this advice from someone who's been there time and time again.
I should be fucking the mouth with a rock.
It's the Jim Norton Guide to Jersey City Prostitution.
Available at adult bookstores everywhere.
Bob Kelly's going to join the show in a little bit.
Yes.
I think he's playing...
Where is he?
I want to say Bananas, I think.
I want to say that.
He'll let us know in a few minutes. A quickie, and then we're going to play the thing from SNL. Man, that Karen from Boston, fuck, it hit it on the head,
Nailed
brother.
Nailed it.
They're making fun of you on SNL. That's pretty cool. You finally made the big time.
I know, and totally nailed it.
When SNL skews you, you really know you've made it. And Karen, thanks for pointing that out today. We're going to play the audio in a second or two. But first...
I'm surprised she's the only one that picked up on it.
Yeah, pretty much the only one, which is a little weird.
Yeah, it is very odd, very odd.
I guess everyone else was sleeping out there because it's so obvious that SNL was making fun of Anthony during the Weekend Update segment.
Completely me. It's amazing. Uncanny.
But first, really fast, on the way into work today, I was listening to 10-10 Wins. Getting a little news before we did our show. And John Montone did a little story. There's something going on in Jersey.
John Montone.
And, man, it's something we've been talking about off and on for years.
Gay sex.
Gay sex. Correcto mundo. Gay sex and the government taking more money out of our pockets.
Yes.
They're reaching for our cocks, but they're getting our wallets.
Oh, constantly.
This one is enraging. There's a lawmaker. in Jersey, in a little town in Jersey.
Yeah.
That wants to implicate something. So why don't we go right to John Montone's news piece? Listen to this one.
John?
Maybe we should call it the Tucker tax, because Democratic Assemblywoman Cleopatra Tucker of Essex County wants to charge $10 for bicycle licenses. Ray from Westwood has a bicycle. So does his wife and 2 kids. $40.
Ridiculous.
She says we need the licenses because senior citizens keep getting knocked over by kids on bikes, and they have no way to identify who did it.
I've never seen a senior citizen get knocked over by a bicycle.
Oh, come on.
Never.
Well, Ray, then you'll just have to start hanging out with Assemblywoman Tucker. John Montone, 1010 wins in Rutherford.
Let's start with this. Who supervises these lawmakers?
Well, they work for us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, see, they represent us and our
So we're all
going to
accept this?
Oh, yeah, see, people said, hey, I want license plates on bicycles.
It's got to stop.
How much money?
$10. And
$10.
she's saying it's not a tax. What she wants...
Of course it's not.
They never want to say it's a tax because then they look like, fucking
raising
assholes. Raising taxes. So she's saying it's not a tax, but we need to identify the bicyclists who are knocking over old people in my area.
Yeah.
Because it's happening left and right. I mean, old people can't even leave their houses without some douchebag on a bike riding by and knocking them down.
It's an epidemic.
So what's going to happen is the old person gets up and then goes, wow, fuck, I don't know who just knocked me down because they don't have a license plate on their bike. But now if they have license plates on their bike, they could identify who knocked them over.
How is an old person that's been hit by a bike and laying on the ground going to see a little license plate?
Exactly.
Thank you. Say on the back, what's your plate, Andy?
Can we get Tucker on the phone?
Name.
Can we get this Tucker on the phone?
Tucker.
I bet you she's talking to the media today because it's all about her and her bike tax.
It's a bike tax.
A bike tax.
Raise money.
Enough already.
And then if you don't have it,
of course, then the fines will be
fine.
Hundreds of dollars, and then there'll be a administration fee and all that crap.
We need a tax now to ride a bicycle on this fucking license.
And I told Anthony this morning, she gets this through in her little fucking town, and then they all talk with each other. How much you making on that bike tax? Because they'll call it a tax behind closed doors. Well, fuck, it brought in millions of dollars from my town. And then the next guy will have to do it for his town. Next thing you know, we're all registering our bicycles and paying $10 for a license plate.
For anybody who complains
it's
about
disgusting
security at airports being a violation of civil liberties, this is a violation of civil liberties. You want to ride your bicycle, and they want to find a way to fuck you.
They want to find
money.
a way to make money off you because you own a bike now.
It's none of their business if you want to ride a bike.
The government has become a huge entity that just sucks you dry. It's just they can't think of more ways to just fucking take your money away from you and get in your life and up your ass. And every fucking piece of your life is now being dictated by this entity that is supposed to be your servant.
And she's going to get this done. She's going to get this done because they don't know how. They don't know how to spend your tax money properly. They just got to keep finding more money.
Yep.
They're getting plenty of money to take care of all the issues out there. All bikers registering their vehicle would have to provide information such as the year, model, color, weight, serial number, owner's address, date purchased, and amount of state sales tax they paid on it. $10 a year, by the way, for each bike.
How about no? How about nobody fucking pays it?
No.
So now a kid can't color his bike? Like painted another color?
Your registration here says that your bike is blue, and I see here it's red.
They're going to get this done, I'm telling you. This will pass.
They probably will, because New Jersey needs money.
Yes, it all comes down to that. And they're all looking around, well, what else can we tax, even though they don't use that word?
It's not a tax. We're doing a registration for a bicycle thing.
So the old people know who knocked them down. She actually used that.
How about registering old people?
Exactly.
Because they're dangerous.
Idea,
walking around, you old hag.
Yes, you know who to blame for walking in front of your bike with her groceries. Like Damian Karras' mother.
Let's start putting numbers on the old people, huh?
They should have to walk around
with numbers. Let's be careful.
like cattle.
Oh, jeez.
Let's be careful.
No sandwich boards with a number on it.
Right. Make it just very awkward and clumsy looking.
Ugh.
So, can we get her on the phone? I want to talk to her.
We left a message at her office.
Really? She better call us back. Enough of this.
We'll keep trying. After 8 o'clock, I usually get
The
back.
amount of money they're trying to get from us here and there is adding up to a ridiculous number for a lot of people out there.
Yeah. Just riding my bicycle. Yeah, I forgot to put on the tags.
Well, Eric says her voicemail is full, so we can't leave a message.
Of course it is.
I'm sure everybody's calling.
Could you please keep trying to call
Yeah, well,
her?
absolutely.
I want to talk to this Tucker bitch. Enough. What do you got there, Sam? What?
This is the SNL bit
man.
that skewers me.
Karen from Boston.
Wow, did they...
I'm upset by the listeners that only one person picked up on this. A lot of
pretty
people,
edgy too.
A lot of people saw Jim Carrey on SNL because you had the big. I think there was a big lead-in from all the football fans.
Yeah.
And then they had Jim Carrey. They had killer ratings, and they're making fun of Anthony during Weekend Update. And only one listener,
Only
Anthony, picked up on
Karen
it.
from Boston realized that they were making fun of me.
I do believe she said it was a dead ringer for you.
Uncanny.
Uncanny was used.
Perfect representation. A lot of the same, like little catchphrases and things. Same sense of humor as me. It actually, for a second I thought I was like, wait a minute, I've never been on SNL. What am I doing? And then I was like, oh, it's somebody else imitating me.
Sam?
No, it is.
You got to see this.
I watched it.
And?
They're absolutely making fun of Anthony. There's no doubt in my mind that this is Anthony Cumia being portrayed. It's jokes. They're poking fun a little bit.
Oh, boy.
But they're busting your chops.
Yeah.
It's actually pretty edgy writing, too. I was
Very edgy writing. Because it's exactly stuff I would say.
You forget that sometimes, like, I'm watching this and I'm like, this is on NBC, like, this is on network?
Yeah.
They get away with this? I mean, it's night, but,
Are you getting the point out there, people?
Well, if you're like, oh, yeah, this is why SNL became...
Drilling this home long enough?
The institution.
The whole, the for years and years it's been on, and it's just been genius since, I think it's been funny from 75 till 76.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what's the name of the character?
Anthony,
See, even using Anthony.
And it's with a C. I can't. It's on the playlist.
Anthony Caspino.
Yeah, Anthony Caspino, the secondhand news reporter.
Anthony Caspino. I see. They're just trying to protect themselves.
And you know how your whole thing is like, oh, I'm getting the news secondhand and giving it to you.
Sam, it's days like today. It's days like today. I sit here and I think to myself, why do we even try?
Well,
because Karen from Boston, I know, calls a lot and listens a lot.
Yeah,
and she's picking up on things.
Oh yeah,
that are just completely retarded.
I don't know. You haven't.
So
heard.
we got to dumb down the show.
You haven't heard the clip.
We can't.
We can't dumb it down any further. You don't think?
We hit bottom.
Why do we even try to lift up the audience and ourselves with this shit?
Maybe she's a little smarter than the rest of the audience. They didn't pick up on the nuances that are Anthony Cumia in this character.
Wow. Listen closely. Karen says, dead ringer for Anthony. This is Anthony Caspino from SNL this past Saturday.
Well, there's a lot of news out there, but here with the news he heard secondhand is our secondhand news correspondent, Anthony Caspino.
Great to be back. Hey, did you get a new haircut?
I did.
Oh, come on, man. You don't got to brag about it. What are you doing?
So, Anthony, what have you heard news-wise?
Well, first of all, you hear about Oprah?
No, what about her?
She finally got her own TV set. Yep. Until now, if she wanted to watch TV, she had to go to her best friend Gail's house.
No.
Yeah.
Anthony, Oprah just got her own TV network. It's called OWN.
She got her own TV set, Seth, yeah. And now she's having her friends over like Dr. J and the Wizard of Oz.
Okay,
sure.
No. Anthony, who told you that?
Who told me that? My fireworks guy, Donnie Eyebrow.
Okay, well...
It's just like me.
Right. Well, Donnie Eyebrow was misinformed.
Okay.
You also, I gotta jump in. I gotta tell you this. Like, I used to go to a lot of these tapings, and what you're hearing in the background, you feel like you should laugh because you're in an environment.
Yeah.
You hear the uncomfortable laugh because people think, well, it's Saturday Night Live. I gotta help the show along and laugh. They're not laughing at anything in particular. It's just like you, though, Anthony. It's uncanny.
That's smart stuff, though. It's good it's what's smartly written. I like good, smart comedy.
Right. Just like Anthony. This is
exactly.
Yeah. Karen fucking nailed this one.
And you also, Anthony, what's that above your upper lip? A mustache?
Yeah.
Anthony Caspino has a mustache.
He has one. I know.
Does.
It's crazy.
Hair is very similar,
it's
too.
Just
He's
like
got a full head of hair.
Yeah, very similar hair.
It's just like it.
That's right. Anthony Caspino, who is Anthony Cumia, obviously. Continues with this.
You hear about the gays in the military? They're allowed to use the alphabet now. Yeah.
The alphabet?
Yeah. They repealed that law, don't speak, don't spell.
Oh.
Yeah. And you know who was against it, though? John McClane from Die Hard. Yeah, it's true. He kept yelling, "Yippee-ki-yay, soldier lovers!"
No.
It's true.
No.
Oh, hold on a second.
Where did you hear that?
There's a lot of stuff wrong.
This is so fucking cringe-inducing.
I'm surprised. You're right. I can't believe they'll let this go through on network TV.
Why are you saying this, Anthony? Karen says it's you.
Well, he's mad because they're making fun of him.
Karen's a dolt. Let's drop the fucking facade. Karen is an idiot.
Well, smart stuff though.
It's nothing like me, Karen.
Oh,
Where did you hear that?
where did I hear that? My cousin, Hooker Janet.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
Hooker Janet's not accurate.
Okay. All right.
But every neighborhood has one of these guys, huh? It's like just...
Someone who bombs? Yes. They do.
Funny fuck.
Anthony,
Wow.
Anthony talks about Congress on this show, and Anthony on SNL is now talking about Congress.
Oh, shit.
Same thing.
You hear this thing about Congress, though?
Go ahead.
Yeah. You know, turns out that Republican John Boehner, he's got new speakers for his house.
No.
Yeah, no, it's true. He got them from Snooki's mom, Nancy Pelosi. True story.
No, first of all, it's Nancy Pelosi, and Boehner is the new Speaker of the House.
I'm pretty sure he's getting a new sound system. You know, because he's having a tea party. You know, for Mr. T. You know, I pity a fool who misses that part.
This is so uncomfortable. Look at Jimmy's face.
I got such juice chills.
This is smart. This is good, smart comedy. I like things that are smartly written.
You think Lauren's sitting back going, oh, this is...
From what I understand,
this is just terrific.
Everything is approved by him.
This is just like Belushi back in the day.
It really, you know, something...
And it kind of looks a little Belushi-ish,
It's
mixed in with
edgy.
a little Chris Farley. This is perfect. Lauren must be sitting back just enjoying himself.
It's because it's still a dangerous show. That's why everybody
sure
talks
is.
about it.
It sure is, Jimmy.
You know, I pity a fool who misses that part, he said.
All right, no.
He used to say that.
That's way off. Who told you that?
Who told me that? Oh, I was talking to the new gay governor, Andrew Homo.
No.
He's the new governor.
No, it's not.
I think he's the new governor.
No, it's
He's
not.
a nice guy.
Okay, that was not the governor.
Maybe.
Yeah, I do that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think it was.
There's a time and a place, though. They do need to dial it back a little.
A little bit.
Anthony?
They don't need to
dial it back.
You talk about Brett Favre, and Anthony Caspino talking about Brett Favre.
I can't wait.
You, thought I heard something. You hear about this Brett Favre? Yeah, he announced he's retarded. No. It seems like every year he's saying he's retarded, and then he's not retarded. And now it just seems like he's finally going to be retarded for good.
No, he's not retarded.
Oh, really? Then why did he take a picture of his ding-a-ling?
That's a good point.
Ding-a-ling, that's how guys talk. Ding-a-ling.
I didn't even listen to that last clip.
You missed it. You missed it.
What
It's
did I
cool.
miss?
I always like when an adult on late-night television uses an expression for penis that a 1-year-old might use.
Yeah. Ding-a-ling.
Ding-a-ling.
Wow.
That show's gotten that bad, huh?
Yeah.
Or at
And
least
he's
that
looking
segment.
around because he's like the Italian guy with all the weird Italian friends. Hey,
Hey,
Anthony.
Hey.
The only difference, I actually like Anthony Caspino better
Yeah.
than Anthony Cumia.
I would too.
He's engaging. His material is stronger.
Oh, yeah.
Quirky guy.
He rules.
He's got peppy energy.
That was so incredibly bad. Really, SNL, how long? How much longer before you just pull the plug?
20 more years.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Does it have to keep going on just because it's gone on this long? Is that the point they're at?
It's like The Simpsons.
If this show just came out and they play that episode, it would be canceled in a week. The show would fucking be... They'd be what? No.
You don't get smart comedy. That's the difference. You don't get smartly written comedy.
He's not retarded. He retired.
Who?
No, I think he's retarded.
Oh, no. I thought you meant Lorne Michaels.
Oh, yeah.
He sent a picture of his ding-a-ling. That's a great way to end the bit, with the word ding-a-ling. Fucking adult males saying ding-a-ling.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
I'm getting a lot of reports on Twitter right now that Jim Carrey was just horrendously bad, painfully bad. Did anyone see this? It's easy just to say this, but I didn't see the show.
I saw the Black Swan skit.
Was it good?
No, I mean, he's over the top, you know.
Being Jim Carrey.
Did he bring back Fire Marshal Bill or any of those old characters that made him famous?
No, but I think he just did Fire Marshal Bill on one of the talk shows recently. But yeah, no, he didn't do any of his old characters.
No.
On SNL. He just did
I think Jim Carrey's one of those guys that just kind of...
Well, he was trying to do the dramatic thing.
Kind of started to take himself a little too seriously and forgot what got him there.
Yeah. He did the Majestic and then he did the number 20 whatever.
20
like Scary Movie.
Or
didn't work out.
No. Oh, God. He should be making just slapstick comedies. That's it. One after another.
That fucking SNL should just be pulled off the fucking air. Jim Carrey should just fucking just stop.
Do you think it was too edgy for TV?
God, people. Just because something was good.
I love how you just amp up your anger over the dumbest thing.
I know.
Who
why?
cares if SNL's still on the air?
Who cares?
Who gives a fuck? There's now 888 channels out there. Who cares
if full of shit?
Who cares if one program on one of those channels is this stupid SNL? I haven't watched in years.
No.
Want to watch his monologue? Jim Carrey's monologue.
Jim Carrey's monologue. Now, this is the important, the show opener.
That sets the tone, right, Ed?
Sets the tone and gives him a chance to freestyle a little. Yeah, I want to hear this.
Okay. Whatever. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Carrey.
Just looking at him.
He walks out funny.
Now he's doing karate moves. Good stuff.
Oh, shit. Here comes the funny. He's ready.
Thank you. Thank you. How about those Jets, New York?
All right. That's what I usually do.
Back. Who's up for an amazing new year?
I am.
Who thinks 2011 will be the best year ever?
I do, Jim. I do.
What's Ronnie B doing?
2010 was total crap. Wouldn't want to go through that again, huh?
He's so right.
What a nightmare.
Yes, it was. He's
I'm
so
just looking
right.
forward. That's what I'm doing. I've always been a very positive person, except when I'm angry or depressed or hungry. Then I can be a real handful. But tonight, I'm seeing the beauty in everything. Like, right here in front of me, I'm looking at two of the most magnificent breasts I've ever seen. Congratulations, sir. Thank you, Jim. Thank you. No problem. No problem.
Oh my God,
that's the
they're
kind
totally
of positive
goofing on
energy I'm
E-Rock.
talking about.
Oh,
when I'm
E-Rock.
hosting Saturday Night Live. Especially considering it's the very first show of the last year of our existence. Dead birds are falling from the sky. Some people say that's bad. I say Arkansas eats free. Yes, sir, I'm bullish on the apocalypse. When life hands me lemons, you make lemonade, you know? When everybody around you bursts into flames, it's time for s'mores. When the earth opens up, so will parking spaces. And when I see a river of blood, I go kayaking, mister.
I know.
But I would wear a condom. It is blood, after all.
Can you pause this? There's nothing to laugh at yet. What?
This is
As a stand-up, Jimmy. Your professional opinion. Let's go.
He's a great stand-up. It's
but why
terribly written. It's corny.
It seems like
it's corny.
His stand-up muscles are not in shape.
His delivery doesn't
seems like he
bother
hasn't
me.
done stand-up in a while.
I doubt he wrote this. His delivery isn't the problem. I think the material. Yeah, I doubt he. He might have contributed a couple lines, but I think that the writing is.
Well, isn't that lazy on his part? If he's a stand-up comic, why wouldn't he write some of his shit for SNL?
Yeah, you'd think.
He does these impersonations. I swear, you would think it was the real people.
He does do good impersonations.
You like this ant?
He's so funny. I don't care. He could just stand there. I'll laugh.
So let's celebrate this new year together. Let's make this moment count. Because frankly, it's all we got. How you doing, man?
Good.
Be more funny. Feeling good tonight?
Awesome.
What's your name?
Mindy.
Mindy. Do you want to make this moment here tonight, Mindy, really count?
Absolutely.
Marry me, Mindy. Marry me. Marry me and make me the happiest man in the world. Shh. Shh. Just let me make my case. First of all, I'm Jim Carrey. And you know what that means? Mucho dinero. Yeah. Big bucks. Big bucks. Even with a prenup, really. Because, and if you get pregnant, well, it's all over. So, what's it going to be, Mindy? Please say yes. Say yes. Mindy, let me see. Let me see this. Oh, hold on. I'll just hold on to these. All right. Mindy. All right. Well, I guess I'm going to have to wait, aren't I? Okay. Come on, dude. All right, baby.
Pause. Let's cut our losses.
We were all just like completely hypnotized. Yeah, you know how you get when you're just staring at a campfire, and like you realize you've just been staring at it for a while. That's what just happened there.
We brought the big fat guy from the audience. It's amazing that guy was so comfortable. Thank God he wasn't a plant.
Wow.
Holy fuck.
Makes you angry, right, Jimmy?
No, it's just... It makes me feel nothing. Like it's a vacuum of feeling.
It's not a good way for TV to make you feel.
No, man. It's like comedy is so fucking soft. I'm not saying it has to be edgy or mean, but...
That was
nothing.
I don't know what that was.
Because even
fucking terrible.
You could get some laughs with soft material too.
Of course you can.
But he wasn't getting any real, genuine laughter.
No.
Just people happy to be in the SNL audience. I'm telling you, you get that feeling when you're sitting there and you're like, oh fuck, I'm gonna just overlaugh everything.
Pumping nitrous through the fucking air conditioning system.
A lot of these shows feed you all sorts of chocolate to get you all hyped up before the show. Where's
Pure
Bob Kelly?
oxygen.
Let's get him in here, man.
Bobby.
What is he promoting? Bananas? Bobby, bananas?
There he is. Hi, guys.
We're going to be
Bob.
bananas.
Got a little
It's Friday, Saturday.
Name
Name is Hasbrook Heights.
Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey.
Hasbrook Heights. Hi, Bob, with your little Patriots hat.
I know,
Look
this
at you.
Sunday, baby.
Ready to roll?
What do you think?
What do I... Oh, I think that it's
not going to be a blowout, sir.
It's going to be a blowout.
If the game becomes a shootout, my Jets are fucked, obviously.
Yeah, it's going to be a blowout because Rex Ryan's an idiot. He's antagonizing everybody. He's pissing off Belichick and Brady. He's just a big jowled ass who's just pissing everybody. It's not about you.
I love the Rex Ryan, but I'm sitting there going, shut your fucking mouth, will you please?
He's just rattling the cage of the beast that he's going to have to get in there with.
And there's no reason for the Jets to be cocky over the Patriots have done nothing but win. Yeah, and I mean, you don't want to piss Brady. He's the nicest guy ever, and he's saying that he's lying, saying that he's taunting Rex Ryan personally and the team. He doesn't do that.
No.
He actually told his chick this weekend, I can't go to pottery class because I have to practice. This is a serious game. I'm focusing this week. He's no baking brownies with his fucking hot Brazilian whore.
Model girl.
Yeah, it's going to be
Cromartie is speaking out, too. The Jets guy there. Begging Brady to throw his way.
See, didn't they do that a couple years ago, too, at the Super Bowl? Some guy did some crazy, caught like one pass and then started talking shit.
Talking smack.
And then we blew him out. Good. Talk shit. This is the game I wanted.
After the fucking spanking they gave him last
40,
time.
40
yeah,
what?
45-3, but that was Rex Ryan's strategy.
Be a little humble.
What did you say?
That was Rex Ryan's strategy. I'm telling you right now.
He let them do that?
Yeah, because the game didn't really mean much. He knew that he would be facing the Pats again. So he goes, guys, we're going to let them blow us out and just take the beating. They're going to lower their guard, and then when we fucking play them again in the playoffs, it's going to be a different story. I'm telling you.
So he intentionally told his team to lose.
Yeah, absolutely. And lose bad.
And now when they come in and lose bad.
Yes.
Not even lose a little.
No, that's the brilliance of Rex Ryan.
That's the most asinine.
Why? Why? The
Because
game didn't mean anything.
there's millions of dollars at stake.
He already
this
figured
isn't
out.
touch football in a parking lot.
He looked ahead and said, you know what, this game really doesn't mean anything. We're going to have to play these guys again, so why don't we let them blow us
That
out?
game meant something to them.
No, not really at the time.
If they lost, are you that really meant something
not
to them.
Really. It didn't mean
that
much.
fucking sent them on a spiral.
They could have not been in the playoffs because of that one game.
That game almost fucked them.
Rex Ryan sat there and said, listen, guys, you've never heard this before, but I'm telling you, we want them to blow us out today.
Wow. and all the team was like, yeah, all the guys who want to get the extra yards because they get bonuses.
Yes.
Yeah, all the running backs. Really,
Rex Ryan actually ended his speech and said, "Trust me on this."
Yeah, all right. So I won't get. I'll chance not getting my bonuses this year just because of you, Rex.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to get that $1 million bonus so I can get the pool for my second mother.
But that's when he said, "Don't worry about the bonus. All you got to do is bet against the team because you know you're going to lose."
Because in the end,
so then the whole team bets and wins a bunch of money by throwing the game.
Plus the fact that,
What is this, a fucking B movie?
I'm telling you, this is what happened.
That's illegal, Anthony. You can't do that.
Rex Ryan Rex Ryan is a psychopath. He said, "Look, man, Super Bowl money. Think Super Bowl money."
Let me tell you something. This
is my strategy to get us to the Super Bowl.
I hate watching him talk. It looks like one of those...
Rex?
His mouth looks like two people are operating it from the floor. Like those, those Star Wars fucking Muppets? Just big fat teeth.
Well, you got to be honest. Belichick is just a complete asshole.
Belichick is not an asshole.
And doesn't enjoy himself.
That's the exact coach you want. I don't want a coach that does documentaries. I don't want a coach that has his own YouTube channel.
YouTube videos with his wife's feet.
Fuck you.
Some big black guy sucking on your wife's feet. There's a problem there. Oh, what a cuck.
I hate Jim for getting me into those videos.
They're hot, aren't they?
It's just a weird thing. It's just a weird...
Hey,
it's a weird.
In his corner, sucking his thumb.
It's hard to find a good one though, because a lot of trashy ones. So you're sitting there for a while, in the chair with your bum just bare on the chair and your thumb going back and forth.
What are you, Sir Bob Kelly?
It's like
you bum.
You ever just rub the top and it's just like you're thumbing through the pages. Just foot, and then you gotta lick your thumb and do it again. It's like reading the porn book of life.
Top with your thumb.
I don't want to move on from the Jets because do you guys have a song?
No, because we
have a song.
That's why I love the Patriots.
You don't win the Super Bowl unless you have a song, Bob Kelly. You don't have a song.
No song.
Jets have a song.
No, they don't.
The Jets have a song.
Jets. Do
the Pats have a song?
We can say our name 3 times real loud together.
Did the Pats have a song?
No, we have championships. We have trophies. We have a gorgeous quarterback.
A lot of rings.
What have you done lately?
What have we done lately?
Yeah, what have you done lately?
Are you fucking nuts?
You haven't won in what? 2 years? What have you done lately? It's all about now.
We almost won with a backup quarterback and a backup team a couple of years ago.
We all know almost doesn't really mean much in the end, right?
Yeah, and you
what have you
Been
done
hand grenades and horse hats.
Bobby, Jets have a song. Your team doesn't. End of argument.
What's the song? I do want to hear it.
It's a terrific song, too. You want to hear it?
No, just as long as some fat guy with a fireman's helmet isn't singing it.
I'm sure he's in.
Fireman Ed is not fat. He's in good shape.
Is he?
He goes to the games with, his brother or his brother-in-law or something, and he's the fat guy that Ed gets to get on his shoulders.
Oh. He gets on somebody's shoulders?
Yeah, you want to be up a little higher than everyone else when you're doing the chants, right?
How gay.
Yeah,
and Fireman Ed has his own app, and it's terrific.
He has an app?
Yes.
Is it better than my app, though?
It's a cheer app.
My app is fucking slamming.
Your app is terrific, but you don't have...
Have you seen my app?
You don't have cheers on your app.
I do have cheers.
Bob Kelly cheers?
I actually have super puke, which is better.
Yeah.
It's all my pukes from this show together, and it's magical.
Wow.
Do your dates come right up on your app?
That is good.
Do I have what?
Your dates come right up, your tour dates?
Right when you turn it
dating
on, if
anymore.
you're 100 miles within one of my dates, it pops up and lets you know.
And the sound it makes goes...
Crazy.
Yeah, it does go.
You guys want to hear the Jets song?
I hate that I asked, by the way, asking a question about Bob's app.
There you go.
It's a very bad mistake.
Yeah.
Look, there's Fireman Ed on that guy's shoulders, so he's a little higher than everyone else for the chance. You don't
It looks like Duvall.
Look at his face. He's crazy.
Bob, do you have a guy?
I
Do you
don't
have do you have a Fireman Ed type at Foxborough?
No, we don't.
Who's your
No.
super fan up there? Every team has a super fan.
We don't have a super fan.
You don't have one guy that
No, we have just a bunch of fucking cool-ass Bostonians hanging out, going to the game, winning,
such
and then
thing.
going home.
You need a guy, though.
We
You need
don't. We have a guy that runs
Our
around
guy-
the field. We have a mascot.
Our guy's
that
Fireman
sucks.
Ed. What do you got?
We got nothing. We have no Patriots. Crazy
gotta have
fan.
one guy.
No, because if you have that guy, you lose. You don't win.
Every team has a guy.
No, sir. Not championship
You need
teams.
a guy and you need a song. You don't have either. There's your guy.
That's not. That's not
Is that
him.
your guy?
No, that's not him.
Bob Zappa's
Oh, what a
good. Oh, my
fucking
God.
shit dick.
Is that your guy?
Fuck, I hope not.
I want to know who your guy is.
I
now.
hope not. 69. Yeah.
Someone that knows a little more about the Pats than you will tell me who your guy is. Because
I
every
pen
team
in my
has a guy.
face. I pen in my face.
I put it in my face.
I pen in my face.
That's not our guy. We don't have a guy.
I'm telling you,
guy
you got
is
a guy.
ridiculous.
You got a guy. You just don't
You know
know
what
who he
sucks
is.
about being that guy is that, I mean, it's hard to win a Super Bowl. So pretty much most of your life, you're just a loser with face paint of a team that doesn't even give a shit about you.
Exactly.
Oh, you got super fat up there.
Who's super fat? Don't, that's
Kyle in
mean.
Boston. Kyle.
Hey, you guys got to Google super fat. He's this gigantic fat kid that goes to BC, that goes to like every Patriots practice and stuff like that. He's fucking morbidly obese.
Is he your guy?
Super fat.
He's pseudo guy, yeah.
See, you got a guy, Bob.
I don't know.
Super fat.
I don't think he's our guy because you can't even Google him.
Is that him right there? The
Yeah,
video
that's
says
him,
Patriots
yeah.
super fat.
This is super fat.
What's up,
everyone?
It's got a Yankee suck banner in there. Yeah.
What's up, everyone?
Okay.
This is not I got to put it out.
Oh, my God. He looks, they should float him around the studio.
There you go. There's your guy.
He stinks. Fuck super fat. He's not super fat. He's not our fan. Nobody knows about him.
Well, here's the Jets song, which is going to bring us to the Super Bowl.
This is going to do it?
Yeah, you need a song to
that
make it to the
extra-
Super Bowl.
That extra oomph.
That's the mistake the Pats are making this year. No
I
song,
hate super
no
fat.
Super Bowl.
Fans yelling, we gotta stop procrastinating. They got the
Anthony's
answers
out.
in the playbook marinating. We hear Rex and everybody.
Jay-Z, huh? Jay-Z singing the Jets song? We can't lose this year.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Huh?
He's not.
That's Jay-Z.
Now go home and get your fucking shine box.
The playbook marinating. We hear Rex and everybody get fascinated. It's more than just love. We infatuated. You see John Connor, you get decapitated. You mess with Bart Scott, you get vaccinated. Leave it to the Sanchez, leader of the franchise. Yeah, we better than you by a landslide. We are from New York. We back to smack talk. You do it your way. We reppin' Broadway. This is our home team. We rock the dark green. We fight and we scream. For Rex's gangrene.
Yeah, Rex's gangrene. There's
You
the
can see how a white girl can fall for him.
What do you think of the Jets song?
It's fucking.
It's good, right, Ed?
That is, and it follows the formula of all the dumb sports songs. They have the sound
stinks.
clips, and then they have the players' names. So the song is like dated in a week.
Yeah, you can buy it off the guy at the fucking arena or the parking lot before the show,
Yeah,
selling out of his
trunk.
van. Yo, can I talk to you for a second? You like the Jets? No, it's free, man. I mean, if you want to give me a
take it,
donation.
man.
Get the fuck
Hey,
away
look,
from
I
me.
gave it to you. You know, come on.
you
Somebody
hate
up it,
that?
motherfucker.
Were you listening to Ron and Fez yesterday? Because supposedly Ronnie B rapped over this song, and people are saying greatest thing ever.
Really?
You got that, E-Rock?
Ronnie B was rapping over that?
You don't have
Ronnie
it.
B can rap.
E-Rock said he doesn't have it.
Why do the listeners know more about what's going on in this channel than like
But they listen.
E-Rock?
We're busy.
I'm saying then
E-Rock, yeah.
I'm just going with
E-Rock,
E-Rock.
that's a good question by the boss.
Why do the listeners know more about what's going on than you?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
If we have if we have the Rex Ryan Green song and Ronnie B did a whole bit on it and rapped over it, maybe we should have that too today.
That's a good point.
Why not, E-Rock?
Can we? It's not too late.
Yeah.
I want to wait E-Rock's head.
Many disappear when they see Revis Island. Receivers keep hiding, afraid to wake the lion. Calling them the best and the stars still rising. Captain of the D while the O's high flying. Gotta cover one man, Braylon and Santonio. Try to double team and get burnt by Jericho.
Try to double team and get burnt by Jericho.
God damn, that part's good.
God.
You like
makes
it, Bobby?
Me sick. It makes me sick. And that
present
stupid
your
chant,
fucking song.
that dumb chant makes me sick. We're dumb. We can spell J-E-T Jets. Let's spell cat. C-A-T, cat. D-O-G, dog. Shut the fuck up and just play football.
Bobby? You don't like the spelling part?
I fucking hate that they spell it out. Just say Jets.
Bobby, you're talking a good game.
Yes.
Your team doesn't have a fucking song. My team does
That's
have
not
a
a
fucking
song. That's a rap. I can rap better than that.
That's what I'm getting at. You want to rap your fucking Patriot song?
You know I'm a rapper. Dude, and
do
you
need a few minutes or you want to just go on the fly?
Can I tell you something about rap?
What?
This is what bugs me about that song. It rhymes. That's not true rap.
Bobby?
That's old school.
Bobby.
That's kicking
it old
Bobby,
school.
focus. You know how to rap. You
Yeah,
want to do it on the
of course
fly
I know
or
how
do
to
you need a
rap.
few minutes?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't fuck around.
Do you want
Go
like
ahead.
a list of players?
No, I don't need a list of players. I'm not going to add players. I'm going to talk about the team and the game that's happening.
Do you need a little something to rap over?
No, I need a song.
All right, what do you need? Just
I
you
can
need some
do
kind
it
of beat? Do we have a
I don't
beat for
need
Bob Kelly?
I don't need a beat. Add the beat later.
All right.
I don't need a fucking beat.
Bob Kelly's going to prove that he could come up with a fucking Pat's Super Bowl
I
song
just need a
on
little.
the spot.
I need a little. Ant, can you just do that a little bit?
What the fuck is this?
I just wanted to ask you to do something
romper
just
room.
to see you uncomfortable. No.
It was very uncomfortable. I'm not going to do that.
It's like snapping your fingers when you dance. It's the worst thing ever.
I hate when people from the stage go, okay, everybody, do this. You're like, no, I don't want to do anything.
Bob Kelly,
I hate my ticket. Shut up.
Bob Kelly's going to do his Patriots rap song.
Unless Flavor Flav shows up and you three fucking jackasses bounce up and down
We'll
on the
do
stage.
anything.
What were we supposed to do?
The best moment of my
What were we
life.
supposed to do when Flavor Flav hijacked our fucking Halloween show?
The best moment of my life seeing all white O&A fans. Looks like a fucking Nazi rally at the Hard Rock. Flavor Flav, every relative he has on stage, and three fucking white heads just nervously sweating, bobbing up and down to shitty rap music.
Yeah, that was great.
I'm just proud of myself that I didn't get shot that day. What were we supposed to do, Bobby?
I'm proud of the entire D block from Rikers.
The worst.
It was horrible.
Just to
Yes,
see,
we know.
I saw Jimmy snap his fingers at one point.
Yeah.
Frown his brow.
Hey,
yeah.
This is good. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
shit.
The best part of that.
This is when I left.
Well, Flavor Flav did our show. We're like, hey, why don't you stop by our Halloween party? We're thinking a quick 5 minutes with the audience. He thought it was an album release party.
Yeah.
He wasn't even smart enough to look at the audience and realize there wasn't one black person in the audience. And then proceeds to bring his entire family out that he invited to his album release party.
But he wore a crown, too, which is hilarious.
Right.
And he introduced his whole family, and he introduced his daughter, and one of the O&A fans goes, show us your tits. Oh, yeah.
And that's when I thought we all were in deep trouble.
I wish you gave that guy an award, because do you know how hard it was? Do you know the fight he had to go through in his fucking head? Should I say it? I shouldn't say it. I should say it. I gotta say it. I gotta say it. Show us your tits.
Show us your tits.
Yo, man, that's my daughter.
He should have tagged it with the N-bomb.
Yeah. They should have began and ended it with it.
My favorite moment as far as that situation goes, the people he brought, telling them it was his album release party, watching them become aware and realize that their friend Flavor Flav was completely nuts and it wasn't an album release party. Because they start looking at the audience like, what are you fucking talking about?
Did they know it wasn't an album release party?
Not at first, but when they started becoming aware on the stage when they start looking around.
My rule of thumb in a party, when a group of black people show up, I slowly make my way to the door.
Yeah, slowly.
Slowly back up and not to cause, I don't want to be, and then as soon as I get to the door, I open it and I run home. That's exactly what I did that night, because I knew something fucked up could happen.
Remember when they all of a sudden took over our dressing room?
Oh, yeah.
They
kicked you out of the fucking...
took over the dressing room.
They hijacked the entire event. And
we walked in. I went to walk into the dressing room. That was our dressing room a few minutes before, and it was like, oh, shit.
It's so funny, though. It's like magic, because the Bud and the Sprite turned into Alizale and fucking Hennessy.
Yeah.
Just like magic.
It's one of the greatest moments this show ever had.
Oh, my God.
We've never done that party justice.
Couldn't be happier.
You had to be
Get the fuck
there.
Out of there that
Dude,
night.
you had to
be there to
three
see what
guys
happened.
stuck on stage, bouncing up and down to some shitty Flavor Flav new rap.
And they wouldn't stop, and Flav is introducing everybody.
Live on the radio, by the way, went on, and Tom Chiasano, and I love the guy, he comes up to me, he goes, you guys got to do something. I'm like, really? You do something.
What could you do?
There was nothing we could do.
Yeah, he
There was
wanted us
nothing
to
anyone could do.
reclaim our show.
Really?
Flavor Flav and his posse had taken it over.
Yeah.
And there was nothing we could do about it.
Should have just slapped that crown off his head and ripped the clock off his neck and smacked him in the cheek with it.
Oh, my God. He's dancing.
Is that it? Oh,
Clock
my
around his
God.
neck.
Look at that.
Yeah, there's videos online. Unfortunately, there's a massive fucking...
Is there any video with you three in the background?
Yeah, look
Can you
at
see them?
us. How scared we are.
Look at the big black guys.
And look at all the security he had.
Look at Voss. He's petrified. Patrice is in his glory.
Look at all the awkward Flavor Flav family members just standing there.
Is that Jimmy?
That's Jimmy nervously chewing gum. Look at Voss is bopping.
Oh, God. How is this an O&A event?
Bonnie's in the background just staring into space. Oh, my God. Look at all the white hands sticking up. It wasn't an O&A event. It was a Halloween event.
It was our big Halloween show.
That was a Halloween event.
And then the next year we did one, and 10 people showed up, and we haven't been out in public since. Wait, what do you got?
What is it? Let me see. What is it?
O&A.
Bobby, you're reflecting, though. Or you're deflecting, right?
Play action pass to an open dusty
Once again, here's my Jet song.
I'm from New York. We back the smack talk. You do it your way. We reppin' Broadway. This is our home team. We rock the dark green. We fight and we scream. For Rex's gangrene.
Rex's gangrene. Are you ready to represent New England?
This is just...
I hope they lose now.
No, you don't.
I really hope the Jets lose because of that song.
You bleed Jets green. You told me that.
I'm puking Jets green now because of that shitty fucking rap song.
We got a beat for you, Bobby.
Horrible.
It fucking stinks. But here's one that's going to be worse.
All right.
That will take the taste out of your mouth, Anthony.
All right,
and you'll be able to fucking have fun with the Jets this weekend.
Oh, thank you.
Here's Bob Kelly going to be at Bananas in Hasbrook Heights this weekend. And here's his song for the Pats and their fans.
Yo, turn it up in the booth, yo. All right, listen. On this Sunday, that's about to come day, you know that my Pats are playing the Jets. Fuck you, you fucking pets. We're gonna come in and stomp your ass, just like we did on the grass in Foxborough. And we know that you're gonna have to borrow some money to pay your bills, cause you ain't gonna be in the fucking pill holding that thing, the trophy of life. Land is what we're gonna take on the show, and that's what we're gonna blow. We're gonna fucking make it so that you can't take it to the Super Bowl. Oh shit, how did that work? You didn't think I'd rhyme it, but it took me 2 seconds to get down the road, but I made it just in time it. Oh, I did it again. again. Oh shit. Yeah, this Sunday the Pats are gonna fuck up the fucking Jets. Jets. You dumb motherfucker, we know how to spell. You don't need to yell when you come to hell, which is Foxborough. This weekend, my boy Brady and his little bullfighter ass is gonna throw 900 passes to Welker and fucking make it better. Cause that doesn't rhyme with Welker, but I'm an artist and I know how to make it a mist. You don't know what that means? Look it up, motherfucker. I don't give a shit. Jimmy's on the computer looking at assholes and it's making me really want to puke. But this weekend, it's gonna be another Super Bowl journey for my Pats. And fucking Opie is gonna be patting his cat, cause you know he's got one in that apartment. Oh yeah, he's gonna be fucking sad. He's gonna be lonely. And Anthony, I call him Tony, is gonna be happy, cause he hates the Jets now too, cause that rap ain't shit. This one's the real deal. I bring it to the house, and I don't know how to fucking squeal, cause I'm Bob Gay, and I'm on the mic, and you know that's what...
It's a weird way to end a rap song.
What happened? Did Jimmy fall?
What happened? I thought, what happened?
In the middle of his laugh, Bobby started puking.
Why?
Jimmy, what did you do to him?
What happened? Listen.
Oh, no.
Jimmy
found a picture of a gaping asshole, all pink socked with cum dripping out of it, and showed it to Bobby.
I thought that's how you wanted to end his rap song. I got confused.
Oh, shit. Bobby just started puking. Oh, goddamn. Now that's the way to finish a song.
That was the best. Can we hear the ending to that song, please? Best song ending.
Because I didn't know what was happening.
I didn't expect it to be that. I figured he would just make the noise.
No, he started heaving.
You all right, Bobby?
Oh, that's great.
That never gets old.
There was cum coming out of it. I should fucking, like, you know when you take a little poison?
Yeah.
I keep taking it over years so you get bit by the snake.
Right, yeah. Work up a little tolerance for it.
I should fucking go, I should just look at one of those at least once a day.
Yeah.
Just desensitize yourself to it.
Yeah, just because I haven't seen, I don't look at that shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Well,
and if I look at it, I get desensitized to it. Maybe it will help.
Jimmy just turned another one out.
It literally is just a photo.
Oh, God damn.
It's horrible.
Oh, God, it looks like dirt and mud around the outside.
It's not puking,
The skin is dried, cracked, and dying.
Why is that so easy?
His asshole is neck.
Why is it so easy for him to puke?
You can look at that.
It's horrible, but it doesn't make me
flip
puke.
through that. I don't like it. I think especially like that sex shit. It fucking gross. I get fucking intimacy issues. I get fucking sex issues.
Yeah.
And like when I was really young, I had this fucking whore, this retarded 38-year-old whore that we used to bang. And I was like 13, and I remember I would fuck her just because I was told everybody's fucking her, and her pussy puked. Like shit happened. And it made me, really. So I have this fucked up.
What do you mean her pussy puked?
I think
I
think she came. I think she came. No, I like that. That's fine. I mean, I don't really like that either. I don't want to look inside of somebody.
Yeah.
I don't want to look inside of somebody's asshole.
Well, like all the cum came out?
I think it was. I don't know what it was. I think it was just fucking. It looked like rice.
Oh,
God.
Oh, man.
That was, you know what, somebody was fucking him before or no?
Like 8 guys.
Yeah, that's probably a yeast infection. That's what that was.
I can't eat.
What do you mean,
That was
Jimmy?
a yeast. What happens is when a chick gets
I
a
don't
yeast
understand.
infection and friction from sex,
Yeah.
it's like when you pull your dick out, you have rice pudding on your dick.
And then it was like everyone's churning it like butter.
That smells,
like
too.
buttermilk.
That's a very sour
It
scent.
came out.
What do you mean it smells,
like somebody
Jimmy?
turned a faucet.
What
Yeah.
it smells like? What is it?
It's a
smell
sour
like?
smell. It's like sour skin.
You hearing this, Bobby?
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah, I was there, dude. It was fucking.
We got the end of the rap song.
Okay.
he's gonna be lonely. And Anthony, I call him Tony, is gonna be happy because he hates the Jets now too, because that rap ain't shit. This one's the real deal. I bring it to the house and I don't know how to fucking squeal, because I'm Bob Gay and I'm on the mic, and you know that's what.
It's a weird way to end a rap song.
I don't know.
What happened?
I don't know if you
I thought, what happened?
In the middle of his laugh, Bobby started puking.
Why?
I'm the real deal, because I did the. You can't. You couldn't end that song any better.
Oh God damn! Is that
It needed an ending. Thank God.
Thank God, because I was
Jimmy
really
came up
dribbling.
with one for you.
God damn it, dude.
All right, we'll break. Holy shit! I got to find a place to watch the game Sunday because I'm going down to AC to see Jimmy and the gang.
Oh yeah.
I know you got to figure out where though. I don't want a loud
Big show this
environment. I want to
weekend?
be able to hear the whole fucking thing.
That big one with Tell and everybody?
Yeah, David Tell, Bill Burr,
yeah.
Jim Norton, and Jim Brewer.
It might be clean on all three.
A blast.
Clean meaning sold out.
Might be, yeah. I know there was, they released tickets for the late show, but there was like less than 100.
It's going to be a sellout no matter what.
Yeah, it'll go after that. That's a fucking
They even
crazy
release more.
show.
Can you get me in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As much money as you spend, you could sit on the stage while we perform in the fucking audience.
How long is the show going to be? You guys all doing like 30 minutes?
Yeah, I'll do 25, 30. It'll be like less than 2 hours.
It's fucking great.
And Bob's at Bananas this weekend.
Hasbrook Heights?
Yes, and I'll be in the Montclair Theater. Wellmont Theater in Montclair, March 5th. Tickets on sale tomorrow morning.
People love the Bob Kelly rap. They loved it, Bobby.
Yeah.
Bob Kelly will be at Bananas, Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey this weekend. I also want to say that Seth Rogen's going to be calling the show. He's going to be in The Green Hornet, which is in theaters tomorrow.
Oh, it's Tamari?
Tamari, right. Are you following the Ted Williams thing, Bob Kelly?
Yeah,
The guy with the golden voice?
That's exactly what I said was going to happen.
We all did.
That's why I didn't
Yeah.
give a fuck about it. I felt
Easy
bad for the guy.
call.
As soon as he made it, as soon as he got out, I was like, I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Because it's all going to come tumbling down.
We see things on this show, but that one, we can't really take credit for.
We're seers.
Because I think the whole fucking country saw it coming. But did you, you didn't hear, you weren't listening to the show on the way in, were you?
Wait, his sister? I was, but
The Dr. Phil thing?
No, I didn't hear that. What happened?
I got to play it again then. Got to play it again. Ted Williams is on Dr. Phil 3 days in a row. I think the last one is today, where he gets him to go into rehab. But we all know that already because Dr. Phil couldn't help himself and got that to the media immediately. But I think on today's show, it's where it goes down, and Dr. Phil says, "Look, we want to get you in rehab because he is drinking."
I just don't like Dr. Phil, man. I have
likes Dr.
I have this vision of him in his house.
Well, you go to
in his
therapy.
basement in leather with his,
with one of those Pulp Fiction ball gags in his
yeah,
mouth.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something up with him, dude.
I'm suspicious of guys, and Aunt, not you, and I'll explain why. I'm suspicious of guys with mustaches in general.
Yes.
But Anthony,
No, it could be me.
no, but you
Should be
got
suspicious
No,
of me.
but see, you
Degenerate.
got something else going on besides the mustache. I'm
Yeah.
talking
He's
about,
absolutely right. We should be suspicious of Anthony. He has guns and 19-year-olds at his house.
I'm talking about the
He's got the
tight mustache, especially.
Yes,
I'm suspicious of those
I'm
people. Unless you're in law enforcement.
Yeah, if you're a cop.
It kind of works if you're a cop.
Well, you
but
know why cops
other
can
guys
only
walking
have-
around with that mustache, something's going on.
Cops can only have mustaches. They're not allowed to have facial hair unless it's a mustache.
Oh, that's why that.
That's why they.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they want to. If they want to grow facial, it has to be a mustache. That's why they have to.
Why is that?
Because it's some uniform
just-
fucking. You got to look respectable shit and a mustache. I
A
guess.
mustache.
Magnum PI.
Are they allowed to have neck tattoos yet?
I don't think so. Dr. Phil, when you look at him too, you get dizzy.
Why?
Because his eyes are too close together.
Yeah.
It just makes me fucking go, oh, you are one chromosome of just being just a hi-hat, just a fat retard.
Why do we hate Dr. Phil?
Because he looks like a hunk of shit. He's cross-eyed. He has that dumb fucking accent.
And he's also fucking, after what he did with Britney Spears because he's just an annoying fucking know-it-all. He's an annoying know-it-all who gives no personal experience, and I don't give a shit about his opinion. I really think that you need to love each... Ah, shut up. And every fucking pussy boy celebrity runs to that fucking bald zilch.
Did you just go, shut up?
I did. I get very 1940s when I discuss Dr. Phil.
He said shut up to his own impression of Dr. Phil. It was terrific. Shut up.
Shut up.
It's like
shutting up.
It's like when Anthony does Jesse Ventura and gets so annoyed, and I look at him like, well, you did this to yourself. You didn't have to bring up Jesse.
Exactly. I'm a fighter.
Oh, fuck, do I hate him, too.
A Navy SEAL.
A Navy SEAL. A former governor.
Anything but a good television host.
Yeah.
I heard the show got canceled.
Did it?
Good.
Good.
I heard. I don't know.
Good. If I walk up to that line, they might shoot me.
Yeah.
They're not going to shoot you.
You mean to tell me they'd open fire on a governor? No, they won't.
Idiots.
I'm turning around. It's not worth it. We're moving.
Yes. The guy has binoculars.
Yeah.
Is he going to shoot me?
That's what he was. He's going to shoot. And then they show him like, and next, the governor storms the Pentagon and gets answers. He's got his name tag, the security badges on. He went through everything you got to get through to get into the Pentagon.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here. I'm storming.
We're moving. That's my favorite. We're moving.
We're moving.
All right, listen. So Ted Williams, Dr. Phil got a hold of him and is doing 3 days with him and his family and stuff. And on yesterday's show, we find out that Ted Williams might be drinking and that his own daughter and son brought a bottle of vodka to the room that Ted Williams is staying in.
Good,
real smart for an addict, right, Bob? That's smart. That's smart.
Well,
right
my
there.
mother fucking family don't know. My mother. I told my mother I had a headache. She gave me a fucking Vicodin. I'm not even kidding.
Your own mother.
Yeah, she goes, here, just take this. I go, what is that? She goes, it's Advil. I go, no, it's not. It's just a huge white pill. I go, what is it? She goes, it's Vicodin. I go, Ma, I'm a recovering fucking addict and drug addict, alcoholic. Are you out of your mind? She goes, come on. You're not taking it to get high. I mean, you're fucking out of your mind.
They don't get it.
They just don't get it.
You would think family members would get it a little more than
the
average Joe.
The fact that I haven't drank in 25 years, it's like, isn't that enough?
But they figure 25 years, you got it beat.
Yeah, just pop a Vicodin. Fucking asshole.
Well, so I got to play this clip again. So Ted Williams wasn't there for his daughter and the rest of his kids, and one of the kids is for you, Bobby.
Oh, okay.
One of the kids spilled her guts. What her father did to her by not being around. And listen what Ted Williams has to say to his daughter after she spills her guts.
I couldn't reach out to you, and all I had was mommy, and she did the best she could. But I missed you throughout my life. And I'm 29 now. I'm 29, and I got 3 kids of my own. And I just want you, if nothing else, to just be there for them. You can't walk me to school no more. You can't help me with my homework. You can't take me to the park. But you have a chance to do that with the kids.
I will.
And I love you so much. So much.
I'm going to take you and go get you a Louis Vuitton purse.
That won't make up for the lost time, Daddy.
I love it.
Jesus
what
Christ.
a dunce this guy is.
That says it all right there.
Spoken like a true.
Yes.
Jesus.
That says it all
I'll tell
right
you.
there.
I get you a Louis Vuitton purse. Right? That take care of everything.
If you could shut your face right now and stop embarrassing me on Dr. Phil.
He didn't hear a word she said.
That's going to take care of him not
Louis
being
Vuitton
there.
will take care of 20 years of blowing her off.
But you know after the show, she's like, you still get me that purse.
Now you promised me, motherfucker.
No, you said purse.
Look, it's not going to cure everything I've been through, but it'll help a little.
You know, it's not going to be a real Louis Vuitton, too. It's going to be the
That's
one
what
he
he
was
said.
selling.
The knockoff. Yeah.
No, he's going to go back to his old tent and pull out one. Fucking ass. How they cleaned him up. They threw him in some white people clothes. That sweater with a zipper.
Yeah.
That turns into a turtleneck.
This is just great. I love what everybody's done for me. And what? Like you're a bum, and you're still a bum. He's still a bum,
and it's
like he's still got the mindset of a bum.
But you know how many people have great voices like that?
Yeah.
Anybody can do that voice.
Yeah.
Hey, you're listening to WC10 in Cincinnati.
You're looking at three guys that have golden voices.
Let's not get carried away.
Where's our Kraft fucking
golden
commercial?
Boys.
We could do the Kraft commercial.
macaroni and cheese.
Wait a minute. Do that again. Do it together. Do it again.
Kraft macaroni and cheese.
See, it's easy. And then you throw.
Can I try it with you guys once?
And then you throw that shit behind you in a studio. Forget it.
A little
man.
processing.
That's right.
Look, he has a deep fucking baritone. I mean, I get it,
Yeah,
but
he's probably got a giant cock. That's why.
Everybody wants a feel-good story. You just want to feel good.
Exactly.
But also people want to fucking rip shit apart and ruin it. He don't
This
get
is
it.
the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I mean that fat Susan Boyle. I mean that shit. Oh my god! And then as soon as she fucks up once, this fatso was patting a cat 3 weeks ago, just singing in her house, baking meat pies.
She's hanging in there, though.
Meat pies.
And now she fucks up once, and you guys are like, yo, she's a fuck you. Leave that fatty alone.
Ted Williams is going to have the shortest ride in the history of entertainment. It is a short one.
Yeah, it's going to suck, too, having to see that shit.
Louis Vuitton.
If somebody was smart, they'd fucking sign him on to document this whole thing as a documentary.
Oh, yeah.
Just follow him everywhere right now, and you'd make a fucking million just to see what a shit business show business is.
You know, it would just end with a fucking unmarked grave in Potter's Field, and here he is,
unmarked graved.
The last fucking
be a fucking tree by a railroad track. Just looks like a dead bird. It just looks like a fossil somebody dug up, like those 1,000-year-old man, just with huge teeth and an afro, and a microphone signed by fucking you guys,
and a Louis Vuitton bag that he never got to his daughter.
Yeah, and a bunch of liquor and stuff.
Fucking Chip.
Bobby, you went through some shit growing up like Ted Williams did, right? A little shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Would a Louis Vuitton take care of all the emotional fucking baggage that was?
Yeah, dude.
Was given you?
Yeah, let me tell you something. Yeah, I'll tell you.
What would cure it
my
all?
father, my stepfather, Billy, there.
We know Billy
the one that used
very
to beat
well.
the shit out of me and everything. 5 years he did that.
Well, if he offered you a Louis Vuitton, that would make it good.
I'm going to tell you something.
Okay.
He 5 years beat the shit out of me. You know, me and my sister. He's the one who gave me all the fucking complexes I have to this day, and my sister too. Beat the shit out of my mom, all that crazy shit. My mom's going to divorce this fucking hunk of garbage. He comes home with a fucking Atari when it first came out.
Oh, damn,
He
man.
came home. I mean, literally, the apartment is almost empty. There's a couch, and that's it. They're divorced, and they're starting to move. He came home with Atari and started playing it. And then he goes, come on over, you want to play? And I started playing it, and it was Adventure, where you were the key, the little arrow, and you had to go find the key, and the little dragon would come out, the maze. Remember that one?
No.
You don't remember Adventure?
do.
You were a little arrow, and you had to go through this maze, and sometimes a dragon would come out and do a
and that nice fucking Atari sound.
And I started playing, then my sister started playing, and we were like, oh my God. My mother came home, we were like, Mom, can you please just work it out with Billy? That's it right there. We were like, can you please work it out? You know, he's not that bad of a guy.
Oh, that looks great.
Yeah, that was the fucking video game.
Wow, that really looks good.
You had to go get that key and unlock that door.
The whole game is 3 pixels.
That's a key?
Yeah, it's a key.
That's a
Looks like a domino.
There's a dragon right there. There's the dragon that would come and get you.
Oh,
It's
let's
actually
see
a
the graphic.
seahorse.
Holy shit, that's a good dragon.
Look at the dragon.
That's a horrible dragon.
That's
That was
an
the first.
amazing
That was
dragon.
Atari. That was the first Atari.
I don't care. I could have sketched you something better.
Isn't it amazing how far we've come?
It's scary.
You look
It's
at a game like
scary.
that, and it's like, what the fuck?
Should I put up a
is
side by side?
It's scary.
Yeah. Side by side of fucking Call of Duty and that.
It's frightening where we're
lifetime.
going to be in fucking 10 years.
I know, and we'll still be
Yeah.
wiping our assholes the same way.
Not me. I have fucking bidet.
I gotta fucking look into that.
Dude, I got to be honest. The bidet, it takes you somewhere else. It's really amazing.
That's in-game.
But don't get addicted to it.
That's in-game fucking graphics.
That's not
compared to-
in-game.
Yeah, it is.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's in game for Call
It
of
doesn't
Duty.
look like a dragon either, though. Bunch of crap.
That's fucking amazing. It's just,
How do they
Figure that shit out.
in such a short amount of time, relatively speaking.
We're fucked. We're fucked.
I
We're
love
not gonna socialize in the future.
Good.
Yeah,
The fuck needs
exactly.
it?
Exactly.
I hate socializing.
Fucking Anthony. I just gave you. Yeah, you're like yes.
Under my roof. Everything I need is right under my roof.
That's
fucking crazy.
When my father used to get mad at me, he used to say, "Use your head for something besides a hat rack."
Wow. Showed you.
A hat rack.
That's
Did your father ever hit you?
Yes.
He did?
Yes.
Like how hard?
Hard enough to make me come. No, it was, I was bad. He would spank me or whatever.
I got the
He
belt.
spanked you?
Yeah, belt.
We're all old enough
You
where
never
we got
got
hit.
you never got a punch in the gut?
No, never. No, not a punch. The most I got was
They always kept it questionable.
Got an open hand smack in the face. That's the only time he ever hit me in the face.
Yeah.
For stealing those quarters.
I got a punch in the face.
Starving. So
Punch in the face?
Yeah, I got punched in the face in 5th grade. Literally just fucking sucker punched me. He was
What did
6.
you
He
do?
was 6'4" too. So he had to I had the gravity coming down on my little fucking spiff face.
Your stories make me so fucking mad.
And
He's 6'4", and how tall were you?
I was 5th grade, so I don't even know what age.
5th grader.
Rages me.
Yeah,
Maybe you're 17.
I remember I ran out of the house and had to go to school. I was going to Catholic school, and I ran out of the house and there was a little fucking vestibule. Like it was raining, and I was just crying in the rain.
Aww.
And I didn't want to go to school because I had a black eye, so I had to go to
A
I was
black
just
guy? Yeah.
a wet and the nun, this fat nun. She was like, "What happened to you?" She took me in the hallway, and I actually got in trouble from these cunts.
Good.
Really?
They kicked me out. They wouldn't let me come back to the Catholic school because my
Why?
family was fucked.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good support system they got there.
Yeah.
What kills me about your stories is the fact that you explain how you were like a normal kid before all this went down.
Let me tell you how
drives
normal
me
I was.
Nuts. And it all went bad with what's his name again?
Billy. I would have been a totally different. You know, like how I have my heart in my sleeve, and I'm so sensitive, and I get hurt so easy.
Yes.
So, when people fucking twit bad shit, I just block people because I just.
Can't take the rejection.
I would have been that guy.
Really?
Yeah, that's the guy I would have been.
Oh, so he helped you.
In your fucking eyes, you psychopaths. Yeah, he helped me to be able to be on this fucked up show. Yes.
He helped you.
If it wasn't
So
for
what you're
Billy,
trying to say is
I
he
wouldn't be
helped
able to be. I wouldn't be able to relate with you fucking 3 creeps.
True.
Yes,
I didn't
I'd be
realize
on,
he helped you. I'm sorry.
I'd be on a
Billy
morning
now.
show. Going, hey, nice to see you. How's the weather out there?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great.
I want to tell you about the upcoming charity event I'm doing. And then you start talking about it and crying.
That is funny, though, because I would have had a fucking... You're absolutely right, Obe. I would have had a shit life. I would have had just some shit, boring life.
Jonesville.
Never cruised for a $20 hooker.
No.
Trying to fill the hole.
You got excitement.
Yeah. I got excitement and fucking trouble. And yeah, you're right. Thank you, Billy.
The strap was always a great thing, man. That's getting hit with a belt. It's like, what are you doing?
Never got hit with a belt.
When I was real little, it was the hand. And then you get the no, like that. And then I think at 7 years old, from 7 to, whenever, it was the doubled over strap where, whoosh, and you'd hang it on the doorknob. Hang it on that doorknob of the bedroom, and you'd see the belt buckle glimmering. And just be like, I gotta shut the fuck up.
And it wasn't like a Calvin Klein belt. It was one of those cowboy belts.
No, it was a cowboy belt. Like fucking hand-tooled
it wasn't with the
Joey
thin...
on the back of it. Like his name, Joey, with these, like roses and fucking swirly swirls and a giant belt buckle.
It had a WWE buckle on it.
It was like a championship belt.
Yeah, with a bold name Bodacious on it.
It's from the belt.
Yeah, it wasn't like the thin Calvin Klein model belt that anybody could take that.
It was like the belt that holds a saddle on a horse. Like a fucking cinch strap.
Was it one of those little Chess King woven ones?
No. How do parents beat their kids with that shitty little belt?
It wasn't the little Boy Scout canvas belt?
No, the canvas belt.
The Navy belt?
No, this was
It wasn't like the Bible
leather.
belt?
Oh,
fucking Chip.
It was it was just heavy fucking tooled leather. Tanned, all fucking tanned and stuff.
Was it like a man's belt?
It was a man's belt.
You had a rose on your ass imprinted.
Oh, whatever fucking hit you, that's what ended up on your ass. Yeah. And sometimes it was like so fucking degrading. He'd be like, get in the room and pull down your pants.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, shit, this ain't good.
Sure, you slipped them down.
And then he'd actually make you wait like Axl Rose. You fucking laying on the bed like when is this going to start?
Oh, you got to fucking start the camera. You can videotape it. You little son naked.
Videos back then, my friend. Polaroids, maybe.
Oh, my God. How old are you?
Pretty. There was
Polaroid.
Yeah, well, you know.
You don't remember Polaroids?
I remember Polaroid.
Yeah. Do you remember the Polaroids that you used to have to pull the white strip out, and then you'd pull the big fucking brown thing and strip out, and then you'd have to peel it off of the backing, and it was black and white pictures.
Jesus, yeah.
The Polaroid Swinger. Meet the Swinger. Polaroid Swinger. Meet the Swinger. Polaroid Swinger.
Those were great.
Swinger is, and then you'd have to squeeze the little thing, and it would say yes or no inside the little thing for exposure. So you'd squeeze the little thing that you push down for the shutter.
It's not even easy.
And then it would say, like, in this little crazy... there's the vintage Polaroid Swinger commercial.
Jesus, look at that shit.
Where's the song?
Hey, meet the Swinger, Polaroid Swinger.
How old are you?
Jesus.
Great.
They're walking past a whites only water fountain.
When Anthony gets home,
it was $19.95.
Dude, when you get home, you're probably like 90. That mustache and hair is just fake.
Benjamin Button.
Yeah, your shoulders are fake. Everything's fake on you. That's why you want to stay home, because you can't have people see what you really look like. You have fake abs.
I got one of these for my 7th birthday. A Polaroid Swinger.
Wow. They're all on the beach having fun.
Look at these hippie chicks running around, taking pictures.
What's this, like 1965?
No. I don't know, actually.
I forgot from the side before it popped out.
Yeah. It never popped out. There was no motor. It was purely mechanical. You had to pull out the white tab, which pulled out the tab for the next piece.
I remember that when I was a kid.
And then there was no motor in there.
Polaroid's done. They're over. They don't exist.
Lady Gaga is doing something with them.
Yeah, I just said they're making a comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Urban Outfitters sells little Polaroid cameras.
But now it's digital. It can't be like it's old school, right?
Oh, it's a little white thing, and
I thought they still made all the older.
I don't know if I know Urban Outfitters has a Polaroid camera.
Yeah, and Lady Gaga's doing something, right?
You pull it.
I think Polaroid is going into something else.
You don't have to peel that shit off anymore, but you sit there and watch it.
And then even then, back then they had another Polaroid camera. My uncle had it, and it folded like flat. And then you hit a button and it would like expand, and then that would spit the fucking picture.
Well, they were using those up until like 5 years ago. The auditions, you go on any audition, and they would still use those 5 years ago.
Really?
Now you go in, it's all fucking digital.
Digital,
all digital. And I remember we used to go in to do an audition. You go on camera. It was this big rig set up like a movie. Now you walk in, it's just a little flip cam.
Flip cam here. That's all we need.
Let's
HD.
go.
Fuck it.
Yeah,
boom.
Hit it up.
I love it.
And now they have the cameras with the projectors in them. Do you see that shit? Mini projector in the digital camera.
Oh, really? So you can just project it on
it's
a wall?
It's $170. You can just project the video or photos right on a wall or wherever you want.
Oh, wow, that's cool as hell.
Yeah, Who
makes that?
They're going to be putting those on phones. Nikon, I believe.
Oh, you know something? I just got another memory just slammed into my head about the Polaroid camera that I got when I was 7 years old.
No.
For my birthday.
Oh, no.
It was, no, it's not that bad.
He was humming "Meet the Swinger" as a big object was inserted into his hiney. It felt like a baseball bat when he was 7, and it was like, shh, don't tell your mother. And you hear Anthony crying, going.
Yeah, it wasn't a big belt.
You're meeting the swinger.
It wasn't a big belt. He was just describing a Mexican prisoner's cock. Those were tattoos.
It swung back and forth when he walked. It was called the swinger.
No, it was his black lover fucking you in the ass. It was quite a different song.
You're terrible. No, it wasn't that bad. It was. I remember I got the camera and I got a cartridge for the film, whatever they called it, and popped it in. And I was so excited to just take pictures that I was taking pictures of anything, like a car or a tree or something like that. And I came in and I was all excited. I was like, "Oh, Dad, look, I took pictures with my new camera." And he's looking at him and he goes, "You wasted a whole fucking thing of film just taking pictures of shit."
Of course.
And it was like, And I'm thinking back, like, what was something supposed to happen? Oh, I missed the UFO that was landing on the front fucking lawn.
How old were you?
I was 7.
Yeah, but can I say something?
Why is he
though?
yelling at you?
I don't know.
In defense of your dad,
Yeah.
that I mean, he bought this fucking camera, and it's expensive film. I mean, film back then was probably expensive.
Pretty much.
And you just went out and just fucking shit it away. Now he has to buy you a...
But I was 7. I was a brand new camera. What am I supposed to wait for something to happen?
Yeah.
No,
Be artistic.
You don't wait as a kid.
You were supposed to wait for the
impatient ass.
You were supposed to wait for the Kennedy assassination.
You know what that picture looks like now? That picture of a car I took? It's a classic car now.
It's a classic picture.
Where's your picture,
too.
though?
I don't know.
Did Daddy rip it up?
I probably ripped it.
As he's calling you a faggot?
Yeah. Why don't you take a picture of you, little fag?
I only say that because that's what Aunt told me happened.
I'm not a faggot.
That Aunt would have to cry. And then Aunt's mom would get involved.
Jesus. You were.
I saw kids just treated horribly. Little Jimmy Jackson's kids. Little Shyla. She'd act up, and Jimmy Jackson would say that he would get her all upset and go, Shyla, I see you're turning into a nigger.
What the fuck?
And Shyla would start going like, no! And in a little girl voice, she goes, I don't want to be a niggu.
A niggu.
Yeah, because she had a little list.
Do you know how much Colin would love that story? I've seen Colin loves Jimmy Jackson stories. He'd be out of his mind for that story.
Colin loves JJ stories.
He made Shyla just cry all the time. She was like 3 years old, and she didn't want to be a niggu. So she would cry, and he goes, I see it happening, Shyla. You're turning brown, I see. And she'd be like, no! Because, the talk that went around Jimmy Jackson's place wasn't very kind.
Yeah, like, is he dead?
No, I don't think he is. I think he's down in Marietta or somewhere.
There's people that are fucking, really racist, but they're so racist that they don't even think of it as racist. It's just the way it is. Like, I used to work at an Italian restaurant, and they were having this big meeting with all the waitresses, which was the owner's sisters. The fucking, just all his sisters hanging around. And he's giving this big speech. And he's like, listen, stop fucking with the bus boys, all right? All right, you guys are ordering them around. All right, they're Spanish. They're not niggas.
Oh, God.
And I was like, oh, my God.
It's like he doesn't even know.
And you look around, they're just nodding their heads like, he's right. They're not niggas.
Oh, God.
We got to give them more respect. I was like, are you fucking people nuts?
Did you hear what he just said?
Fucking, and not even like, yep, you're right. I mean, people are fucking racist.
Oh, yeah. Some people are so racist to the point where they don't even know that they're racist.
Yeah,
they just think it's life.
Well, they don't even joke about it.
No, it's
just
not
to throw
even a
people
joke.
off like you do.
Yeah, it's not
just to throw people off down another road.
To lose them.
It leads.
I'm kidding. They don't have a bell like you. Ding ding.
I run through a joke river every so often, so the hounds can't find me.
Throw them off the scent.
Yes, throw them off my racist scent.
You jump off. You jump off a fucking a dam.
Yes, into the raging river below to get away from the dogs.
Funny, dude.
Speaking of racism, we didn't play this because we were on
Joke River.
We were on break, but the Alf outtakes. I'm sure there's still people out there that haven't.
See those.
I'm sure there's people out there that still haven't heard this. You remember the show Alf, right?
Yeah, who could forget?
In between takes, the actor that was doing the Alf voice there had a little fun with the crew.
Nigger, thank you very much for helping me. Oh boy, oh boy. No boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. Nigger. You're doing a good job, AJ. Asshole. Oh boy.
Is that okay?
Hard on.
Okay, we have speed. Settle, please.
Oh boy.
Okay, here we go. In 5.
He was doing like a Tourette's thing. It had to be, right? Was that the story?
Seems like it.
Like
Yeah,
Alf
Tourette's.
with Tourette's?
You get the same outtakes from the Cosby Show.
I don't know the backstory, but I mean, obviously they were. We came into that. They had already established something.
Yeah,
so
something
I don't know.
was going on.
You just kind of stepped into their world for a few
The
moments.
context sounds like it was Alf with Tourette's. Because oh boy, whoop whoop, that whole thing.
Right.
Yeah, that's probably what they were doing. Yeah. See?
I've had all those thoughts just run through my head, though, for no reason.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens.
Oh, joke, Jim.
That's all the time.
Sam, you know more on this? I saw you run down the hall there.
one of those shows, either Miami Vice or a show like it, had just done an episode where somebody had Tourette's and was talking like that.
Okay, Miami Vice or something.
One of those shows.
One of those shows.
One of those detective for court
80s
shows.
kind of shows, yeah. Was
And
it a comedy or was it a serious drama?
No, it was a drama.
Of course it was.
And the guy was on the stand doing that stuff.
Yeah.
More importantly, Sam, after the break.
Oh, good.
Stay in the studio.
Finally.
Oh, my gosh.
We're going to do the DNA testing on Sam to see if he's a... Kind of goes with what we're talking about right now, Sam.
I think we're
a
just...
man of mixed racial
We're
background.
convinced you got some black in you.
Yeah.
We've been convinced for many years. We finally got the DNA kit. And, Bobby, would you do the honors of swabbing Sam for the DNA test?
What do I have to swab?
Whatever you want, my brother.
My brother. Like how you made it manly at the end. Dude, whatever you want, my brother.
Whatever you want. I thought you'd be
Jimmy
excited.
Superfly Snooker?
I thought,
whatever you want, my brother.
Okay. I thought this would make you jump up and down.
I'm fucking excited. You are.
Bobby, you have to swab where the ball bag meets the thigh.
Oh,
that
right
little
in that,
crease right there.
Right in that crease is where a lot of DNA is. It might not be his, but...
That is a lot of... There's a lot of juice does fucking... evolve there.
That is a pesky crease.
Really, sometimes I just wipe that and smell it just to see where I'm at.
Just to see where you are. It's like a gauge as to where you are as far as if I should shower or not.
Yeah. Like if you like have to use your fingernail to get through it, you need to take a shower.
Oh my god!
You know what I mean?
Shit. Oh,
What's the
God
longest
damn.
you've gone without showering?
Probably. Well, you mean just laying around the house?
Just laying around, not showering
Okay,
at all.
Probably. I think I've gone a full 5-day week on vacation. Not like having to go out or
never.
anything.
Day and a half, maybe.
Just like that. I've laid in my own
filth.
filth. And usually, though, the fucked up thing is, it was usually with like like a girl or something who's also just a fucking filthy mess.
Yeah, you don't care.
You're just covered with sex and yuck.
Sex and yuck.
Jizz, like a paper mache artwork on the fucking just
sweat,
belly.
fucking morning drool. Yeah, greasy hair.
I did a week.
You did a week,
I
huh?
did a week. Yeah, I did a week. Nice. And you kind of it gets comfortable.
Yeah,
like,
it just gets comfortable.
Yeah, your beard starts to grow in. And
Oh,
your
yeah,
fucking,
I've done that where
your
it's
balls
grubby.
have this smell where it transforms. It goes from really bad, but then it comes back to something, I don't know, almost human. Almost something.
You can smell them through your jeans.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like your ass. You constantly have like this film from the top of your crack, that little tiny Y, all the way to your dick on each side. Your pubes actually straighten out like they've been straightened.
Like they were a black guy conking his hair in the 60s.
Yeah.
And the shower takes forever when you finally do shower.
Oh, you're like,
It's like you can't even
you're
work
waterproof.
up a lather with it.
Yeah.
Waterproof.
Yeah, the soap just goes away. There's no
It just
foam.
goes, there's no fucking bubbles at all. You put shampoo in your hair and nothing
Yeah, you have
happens.
to use Palmolive. You have to use like fucking old ladies washing their hair. They have to use Palmolive on old ladies because they're grease and they don't wash their hair. They get their hair done for like 6 months.
Yeah.
And they sleep sitting up so they don't fuck up the back.
My nana used to do that. She used to go to the parlor. The
parlor.
She'd say, I'm going to the parlor. And it would look exactly the same when she came back as when she went.
Yeah.
But they would just like fucking, I guess, wash it.
Yep.
And then fucking brush it, trim a little off, and then put it back in like a beehive or whatever.
Gotta bake it.
And then lacquer it with Just Wonderful hairspray. It was that tin can of Just
So
Wonderful
funny you remember
aerosol spray. I remember when she used to come out of the bathroom after she was just done like spraying her hair. It was like a fucking like a gas chamber. You couldn't breathe. The aerosol would make your throat burn.
Yeah. My mother cuts hair on old people.
Yeah. There's a big hole in the ozone layer over her fucking head.
You have to use
Great.
Palmolive on old
Bad.
people's head because the grease, because they don't wash the hair, is so fucked up that you have to use the
They use the
dishwashing
same thing they use
detergent.
when like ducks get in an oil slick. When they clean a duck. Nana's
Listen,
hair.
we got to take a break because we got to do this DNA thing before Seth Rogen calls. So we're running out of time. It's a timing issue right now.
Yeah.
So Sam's got to what? Jerk off into this little thing?
I don't think so.
It's a swap from the inside of the mouth, from the inside of the cheek.
Do this. Why don't we do this right? You
I'll
jerk
do it.
off into one of these fucking things.
I want to do it.
I don't think it's a crime.
You're going to swab him?
Test.
I'll swab his mouth.
Not a rape kit.
And how long?
Can we wrap that to the end of my cock?
No, I don't want to do it.
Wipe it in your mouth.
That's Sam, not gay. That's funny.
That's the bit.
First of all, I couldn't do it because I jerked off this morning, and for me to get a hard on,
you don't have to get a hard on.
You don't want to see a hard on.
You know how small my cock is?
No, that's gay. We're trying
how small my cock is. It's not going to go in his mouth.
We're trying to see your cock and keep it funny.
We don't want you to have
I'm going to fucking do this. I want to enjoy it.
All right, listen,
How long is the swab?
We got a break or we're going to not be able to do this. I don't know. We'll read the instructions, but Sam gets his DNA collection done today, and then we find out what he's made of in a week or two, I guess. Something like that.
I think so. A couple weeks.
Seth Rogen on the way, and Bob Kelly at Bananas, Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey.
How you going?
What are we looking at for the people out there?
I think you got a time now. 14.7 meters.
That's not bad. What is this, Ant?
This is QWOP.
QWOP? Q-W-O-P. I don't know this one.
Yeah, you got to run the track guy. Bobby sucks at it. You got to run the track guy using the Q, W, O, and P keys on the keyboard. And the QW works the thighs, and the O-P works the calves. And it's very hard to synchronize the whole thing. So the guy just all of a sudden falls over backwards, or he'll flop on his knees and fall on his face. And then
you see how far he could get.
Jimmy figured out how to cheat. Jimmy's cheating. He's pretty much running on his knees.
Jimmy's using his OCD to fucking beat this game.
What are you up to, Jim?
24.7.
Yeah, but you're completely not really doing it.
The fuck I'm not. Quap says I'm doing it. I finally fell back. I made 24.1 meters. What'd you get, Travis? What's your record?
20.2.
You shit.
I'll show us right now.
Travis looks like a muscular dystrophy fucking guy.
What a...
It really looks silly.
Put the volume up.
Is this for the iPhone?
There's an iPhone app, but this is on
you can't
Foddy.net.
I want to see
Foddy.net. If you want to play it at home.
If you just Google.
Yeah, you just got to start right, and then you get it.
Whoa, you saved that.
No.
Now I fell back.
Are there videos of guys doing it right where it's fluid?
I'm sure. Yeah, I can do it.
No, you can't.
We've been watching you.
Fall back on the back of your head at 0.4 meters. I want to get Chariot of Fire music.
This sucks.
It's like a fucking amputee that just got his new legs.
I got lucky once. That's funny.
It really is. The Chariots of Fire music won't kick in.
Travis is doing it, though. 12 meters and counting.
Oh, he's on his knees.
Oh, header, 14
right
meters.
on his face.
I rule at Quap.
No, you don't.
Hey, where's Sam? We're not going to be able to swab him again because we got Seth Rogen in like 2 minutes here, 3 minutes. Where's Sam? Can we do this quickly? How do we know how to do this?
You gotta be very sterilized with it. You gotta wear like gloves. Do we have surgical gloves or something?
I got a hat.
Some guys do it.
Here's my hat.
There you go.
For the people that don't know, we've been questioning what Sam is made of.
Well,
we think there might be some black in him, which if there is, it's okay, Sam. You'll be all right.
This has never been an issue for me. This has been an issue for you guys.
But we finally got some DNA testing, a real DNA test kit, and we're going to swab you now. And then how long before we find out the results?
Like 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Okay.
Here's the instructions.
You know, you can get artwork done too. You take the DNA thing, and you can make a painting out of it. So you can hang his black DNA on the wall.
Well, we don't know yet.
Okay, here's the instructions. We've supplied 2 swab kits and collection tubes to ensure accuracy. The number of your tubes should correspond to the numbers on the plastic bag. Do they? Yes. With clean hands.
Are your hands clean,
eliminates
Bobby?
everyone in this place.
I jerked off this morning.
Carefully open the plastic wrapper without damaging the scraper. Keep the plastic bag that has your kit number to put the tubes back into after collection. So make sure those are kept.
But Bobby's hands aren't clean.
He's Purelling them.
Using one cheek scraper Scrape forcefully inside the cheek many times.
Not too forcefully.
About 60 seconds. A great scrape gives us a great sample. Remove one of the small specimen tubes marked with your kit number. Unscrew the top and firmly push on the plunger at the top of the applicator stick, ejecting the scraper into the tube, just under the soapy solution without jamming the scraper to the bottom of the tube. Do you understand that?
No.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, boy.
They give you 2.
No, we need 2 good samples. This is a question that has been brought up for years now. We need an accurate result.
Remove the plastic applicator handle, leaving the scraper tip in the tube. Twist the cap onto the tube securely. The tube must be shut tightly to ensure the quality of your sample. Wait a minimum of 3 to 4 hours before repeating steps 3 through 5 using the second scraper. So you got to wait 3 to 4 hours between scrapings.
Should have
number 1 and number 2.
Check the old paper before this bit, huh?
Put the tube inside the plastic bag that has your kit number. Send it, bloody, bloody, blah.
Why don't tomorrow we do 1 at 6 and 1 at 10?
We could do that.
That's what we're
Start and stop the show.
Travis opened it up, though.
Well, that's why he's not good at this.
We'll do one and then we'll do another one
tomorrow. Later.
It says
Tomorrow.
At least. It doesn't have to be. Yeah, a minimum of 3
you
hours.
Minimum.
The DNA's not changing tomorrow.
Me and Ann are going to be here for another 15 minutes. You're going to be here for another 3 or 4 hours, aren't you?
Easily.
All right, so do the second sample 3 hours from now.
Shit worker.
While I'm napping.
Yeah.
There's your instructions.
There you go. It's up to you guys. But we can get the first sample?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's do this. You know what you're doing, Travis?
Bob's going to do it.
All right. But you know how to put the
scraper.
I really think you should have put it on the end of his cock.
All right. Now you got to get a good
Stop.
sample.
Close your mouth
For
first.
60 seconds.
Do this correctly. Stop. baby. Look. Shh. Open your mouth. You like that? You like that? Open it up. You like that? Come on. Stick your tongue out. Stick it out. Say ah.
It's only on the cheek, inside of the cheek.
Inside the cheek.
And scrape it good for 60 seconds. Yeah. Keep scraping. Get a good one.
Yes. You know, look, that collard green juice out of there.
Actually, cornbread on the end of this now.
Yes.
Are you scraping good, Bobby?
Keep going. You got 45 more seconds. Just the inside of the cheek. Just the inside of the cheek.
30 seconds.
30 more seconds.
You like that?
Inside
you like
of
that?
cheek.
Holy shit.
Keep going. Yeah. No, don't get it up his nose. And don't touch the tip, Bob.
Tip of what?
Like with your fingers.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Just scrape.
You like that?
15 more seconds.
like that?
Are you slapping? Smacking
like
him.
it?
This is
You
turning
fucking
very
like that?
sexual.
No. Dirty fucking little half-breed. You like that?
Messing up the thing.
Time.
All right.
Now lick that.
You got some stuff on there, Bobby?
I got fucking half his
A lot of
cheek on-
cells. A lot of cells.
Does that hurt, Sam?
No, it didn't. I didn't like the slapping, though. I think it might have.
Jam that fucker in
I got
there.
carried away. I apologize.
Snap the
I
stick
can't
off.
help it.
No, I know.
After it's in there.
Hurry up, Travis.
Travis
What are
is
you
using
doing?
his
Stop
dirty
breathing
fingers.
over
What
it.
are you
Jam it in.
doing?
Jam it
You're
in.
getting your fucking
Jam it in.
alternative beard all over
There you
us.
go.
All right.
Alternative beard. Getting your alternative beard all over it.
Fucking sanitize my hands from his.
Where's the next sample come from? The pee hole?
Yeah.
It does. I thought so.
You gonna push it in the pee hole? That
Yep.
I don't
You
know.
got to scrape out.
you
the-
gotta
That would
push it
make
in
a
the
good
pee
You
sample.
got to scrape out the pee hole.
Yeah.
That would be a good sample right
I
there.
have no problem with
All
that.
right, now that's the first sample. Put it in the corresponding bag.
Sam's DNA.
Sam's DNA is right in there. We could clone a Sam for
this is
your
the
mother,
begin-
so she could have more sweetness around the house.
I'm one of a kind.
Yeah.
It'd be hilarious if you and Opie were just fucking murderers and you just try to get DNA to blame Sam for some fucking douchebag crime you guys are
damn.
doing.
Just spread it all
Yeah.
over
Yeah.
fucking clit.
Norton, your safe cracker, actually fucking killed a hooker by accident. You're trying to pin it on old Sambo.
Yeah.
I want to go to the baby mortuary and put Sam's DNA on one of the little vaginas.
Baby mortuary. Where is a baby mortuary?
I don't know if I'm going to find one and get Sam in trouble.
I'll get in so much trouble.
All over
Don't
a
do
little
that.
penis.
You know what you could do with that
do that.
DNA right now? You could fuck his life.
Yeah,
You
don't
could
do
go fucking kill a homeless person. Go kill that fucking
Schmutzed it in some
stupid,
panties.
that stupid asshole What's his name?
Ted Williams.
Yeah, go kill Ted Williams and just wipe his DNA all over the body.
I don't like your rhetoric. That's going to make people do
Actually
evil
do that.
things.
Yeah,
exactly,
Your rhetoric.
Bob.
We don't believe in rhetoric.
You just
on the
fucking
show.
froze me with that word. I really did. That was like
Bob's
very
like, I never read
authoritarian.
a Rick. Is that a magazine?
I never read a Rick.
Yeah.
I think we got Seth Rogen. Sorry, Seth Rogen.
Oh, gee, big difference.
Seth Rogen is,
especially height-wise.
Yeah, of course, promoting The Green Hornet in theaters tomorrow. Seth,
Hello.
how are you, sir? Opie and Anthony.
Where are you?
I am in my home. I'm in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Wow, it's early.
And
Holy shit.
I imagine that you got just a whole list of fucking radio people you got to call.
I have a large amount of radio people.
And you're sitting there like...
way to spend 6 a.m., though. It's like a dream. I'll wake up later and have a dream that I did a bunch of radio interviews.
Well, then I want to apologize that we're on that horrible list of yours.
No, it's fine.
Okay. No, it's
fine.
good. Trust me.
Green Hornet opens up tomorrow. What do you got to say about this?
I think people should see it. I think it's awesome.
Yeah? Awesome.
For the people. That's what I have to say.
Yeah, you, now, I gotta be honest, you're not the first person that came to mind when I thought, like, comic book movie, Green Hornet, like, hero kind of thing.
Yeah, I think that was, us either.
Yeah.
But that was kind of our approach. You know, we wrote the movie, Evan, who I wrote Superbad and Pineapple Express with, and we kind of thought, you know, it'd be a lot funnier to see a guy who's like the least like a superhero on Earth, me, and kind of slowly show that guy become a superhero instead of kind of starting out with a guy who's already kind of like a superhero.
Right. Oh, okay. That makes sense then. A lot of action. I see that in the trailers and stuff.
There is a lot of action. We blow up everything.
Yeah, you're pretty much blowing up a lot of shit.
Exactly. So what I lack in physical abilities, I make up for in explosive
explosives.
Hey, Seth, I'm looking at your bio. Did you really write for the Ali G show?
I did.
When it was in England, or was there a version that was here?
Yeah, there was a version that was on HBO for 2 seasons.
Oh, I remember the HBO version. I thought that was all from England. That was actually shot here?
Yeah, we did that here.
Oh, I didn't realize that. How was it when I always wanted to ask guys that worked on those shows, how did you guys never break character and laugh when there were people where he was fucking with people?
I mean, that was pretty much like 90% of the job. I mean, he would kind of only hire people who really seemed like they could keep their act together. But, I mean, there was very few people who worked on the show. I mean, the whole tour was like me and Evan, the writers, and Sasha, and like the director, and like one other guy. I mean, there was basically like four or five of us, the most of it, kind of go around together. And they would hire camera guys wherever we were, and often the camera guys didn't even know it was fake.
Oh, right, okay. So they actually just thought that he was really this guy Borat, or...
We would just hire these like freelance camera guys kind of in whatever city we were in.
Did you ever break? Did anybody ever break?
No, never. We would get fired.
Oh, if you blew it, they would have been shit canned. I'd be the first one I've talked to who had insight on that. Thank you.
There you go.
I was just watching, over the holidays, they had Freaks and Geeks marathon going on. How fucking old were you in that?
I am 16 or 17 years old for the most part when we did that.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, because I was watching that, and to be honest, I totally forgot you were even in that.
I know, I do too sometimes. It was a rough time for me.
What do you think happened? Because I watched it, and the show is fucking hysterical funny. Why didn't that catch on?
Because the head of the network at the time was a moron, I think, was part of it, and he went to like a private boarding school, and he like openly admitted that he didn't get what went on in like public high school, and he just like didn't get the show whatsoever.
What an asshole!
We would literally all still be owned by NBC right now.
Wow! Holy shit! Yeah, that
would have just run out.
Nothing better than having one guy decide what's funny and entertaining for everybody else. That's really fantastic.
When it's a guy who's not funny or entertaining.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Christ.
How long did he leave the network, at least?
Oh, yeah, those people are very interchangeable. I don't think they last long in the best case scenario.
Are you going to be an action figure?
I think I already am one.
Really?
It's more of an inaction figure.
That's got to be
so little like me, it's like fucking insane.
Really?
They just look like a generic, like, G.I. Joe head from, like, 1960.
It just pops some curly hair on it, and it's you.
Who else is in the movie?
Cameron Diaz, right?
Oh, nice.
Cameron Diaz is in the movie as my secretary, which is very weird. Christoph Waltz from Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, yeah, he's great.
Oh, he won the Oscar. That guy was great.
He's good.
Yeah, he's awesome, and he's really funny in the movie, and he's also incredibly scary, which not many people can achieve. But
yeah, he was kind of the same way in what the fuck was that? Inglourious Bastards. Yeah, he was funny and very frightening.
He literally would smile. His pleasantness was so menacing and terrifying.
It's true. He's very polite. We thought that was it's a very polite villain is always scary.
Yeah, no shit. And then
James Olmos is in it, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah, a real star.
Exactly. In Blade Runner.
Yeah, shit. And then I saw you did an episode of Mythbusters.
We did.
How was that?
Yeah, I love that show.
You blow shit up. I know, it's great. Did you blow shit up?
Yes, we did. We tested several of the things in the movie, and we found out that it's all complete bullshit. Which is
I think they used busted, but yeah, bullshit. They should just put bullshit. Total fucking bullshit. They should put on the little plaque.
Hey, Seth, you realize that Kevin Smith blames you for his pot addiction, right?
He does. It's true. I'm sure he's not the only one. He's just the most vocal one.
Yeah, I remember Kevin was pretty much straight edge when we first met him, and then he went and did Zack and Miri make a porno, and next thing you know, he smokes pot all the time, or so it seems.
I still have only smoked pot with him that one time.
And that's all it took for Kevin.
All it took.
So he's telling people.
It's my fault. I think it's weed's fault.
You still smoke the weed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
he didn't even pause. God bless you.
And again, I don't blame the guy who gave it to me the first time. I blame the weed itself.
Dude, you look really good. Did you lose a lot? How much did you lose?
I don't know, honestly. Probably around 30 pounds or so.
Well, see, you must feel a lot better.
I feel better. I'm gaining it back a little bit.
Well, you look great.
For my next role. Yeah, that's
exactly. I have to call my friends who are fatter than me, who I gave my clothes to, and ask for them back.
Did you have to work out and shit?
Yeah, I would work out. Yeah, I worked out, and I dieted.
Oh God!
It's mostly the diet. The working out is fine, but it doesn't do much. But dieting sucks way more, and is actually what makes you lose weight.
Did you have to get like muscles and shit?
No, I have no muscle.
Oh, good, okay.
My body is not exposed at any point in the movie. Some people are like, you worked out so hard, you never see your body. And I have to work out really hard to the point that you even want to see my body.
What was the hardest thing to not eat?
Oh, man, I eat hamburgers. That's my thing. I love hamburgers.
Hey, and more importantly, if you're smoking the pot still, how the fuck do you stay on a diet?
Exactly. That's what's really hard. I didn't make it easy for myself. I'll be honest. Because I did not. I can't give everything up at once. Or else
shit.
Yeah.
That usually kills people when they try to stop everything at once. Oh, man.
I don't even know why you're calling us, because Green Hornet's just going to do fucking great numbers this weekend.
It's going to be big. It's being nice.
Who
plays
Kato? I know he's
Kato?
being nice. Huh?
Who plays?
He's played by Taiwanese megastar and all-around awesome dude, Jay Chow.
Because he's funny.
Jay Chow.
He looks like he's going to be like the next action hero.
I think he will be. I mean, he's pretty unbelievably cool, but he's really funny and, like, charming also. I mean, I think he can kind of do anything if he learns English a little bit better.
Oh, really? Got a little problem with the English, huh?
Do they chop his lines during the filming of the movie?
Well, I mean, he just plays a guy who doesn't know English that well, so it works well in the movie.
So it worked out, right.
Are you just
the guy who's not great at English, he's perfect.
Are you just laying in bed in your underwear?
No, I'm kind of pacing to stay awake.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would probably be a problem, though, this early. You lay in bed.
Exactly.
You ever fallen asleep during a radio interview? That'd be the best.
A few years ago when I started doing them, I did try the laying in bed approach. And, like, the first 4 interviews I would do, people would just be like, you sound like you're in bed right now.
Yeah.
Like, wow, you could hear it.
Oh, man. I fell asleep once talking to a girlfriend when I was, like, 16. She got so pissed off. Like, because I was like, she was babbling about something, and I laid down on the bed, and I woke up to just that, meh, 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 sound that the phones used to make.
Woke up in the middle of a fight.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah. And boy, she was mad. She was really pissed off.
Women hate that.
Yeah, they hate when you fall asleep on.
I've never done that, luckily.
Yeah, I don't recommend it.
Hey, Seth, I'm hearing rumors about Pineapple Express 2. What can you tell us about that?
I don't know. It's something that, like, we get stoned and joke about, which is kind of how the best movies come into being. So, I don't know. We think about it. What do you guys think? Would that be a good idea?
I loved the movie. Yeah,
I think it'd be a great idea.
It was hysterical.
How great would it be to be
like an 80, like a Coke movie in Miami, kind of, maybe.
There you go. I love how they could just sit around and just think about it. That's where he's at in his career. Now, let's think about this a while.
Think about it. Exactly. That's our job.
That's awesome.
My favorite fucking part of that goddamn movie was you in the high school with your girlfriend and talking to the teacher, and then the cool guy. That was just fucking hysterical, man.
I don't know if
funny shit.
I know he only has a minute or two left. I hope we. Anything else about Green Hornet, Seth? I want to make sure people know that this is going to be a great movie.
I don't know. I think it's very funny. That's what I think actually kind of sets it apart from a lot of superhero movies, is that it doesn't only have awesome action. I think there's actually funny jokes in it, and you don't find those two things together very often.
Yeah.
But it's good to see people explode and laugh. That was our thought process.
That's a great combo.
Very cool, man.
Get crushed by a car and I'm laughing at the same time.
Well, thanks for the phone call. Good luck with the rest of your radio interviews.
No problem.
During the morning, and looking forward to seeing Green Hornet opening tomorrow everywhere.
Thank you very much.
All right, Seth. Thanks, brother.
No problem, guys.
Seth Rogen. Very
cool. He was fucking hysterical when he was here.
Yeah.
With that laughing, fucking laughing his balls off.
Yeah, we got to get him back in studio.
Yeah.
He's starting tonight, though.
He's a big star.
I forget that we're on
He's
the
like a pretty big star.
Seth Rogen's massive.
You forgot we were on the air?
For 1 second, I was answering one of Bob's questions, and I realized we're on the radio.
Sometimes I get
That's a compliment to this show when people go like, "Oh, I didn't know we were on the air."
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're just hanging out.
That's what we tell ourselves.
That's what we do.
We're so natural, we don't even know we're on the air. This thing, we're such unprofessional shit.
I'm hungry.
Or that.
If you're hungry, let's get out of here, Bobby. Bob Kelly.
It's 10 o'clock.
That's when we leave.
Yeah.
You guys leave at 10 now?
Yes.
Yeah, yo.
Hey, can I just say something? Over the last year, it's slowly.
Shut up.
All right.
I'm just going to give the haters ammunition.
Okay.
Shut up.
All right.
This show will eventually be a 2-hour show.
This will be the show. Hey, Bob, what's up? I'm at Bananas this weekend. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Excellent way to do a joke and get a plug in at the same time.
Wow, that's from the Jimmy Norton School of Plugging.
Exactly. Why don't you just hoard the Wellmont Theater March 5th?
While you're
That's
at it.
humiliating.
Fuck that.
It's on sale at 10 tomorrow.
Let's talk about Vegas next week at the Palms.
Are you there?
Yeah, a little Vegas action.
Vegas next week, but it sucks because I just stay in my room.
Hey, Bobby, thanks for stopping in.
Thanks for having me.
Yes.
Should we end with Bobby's rap song?
Oh, God.
Yes.
I think we should end with Bobby's rap song. And for the people that didn't listen earlier, trust me, stay to the end. That's all I'm going to say.
Really lyrically very good.
Yes.
And the way he brings it home at the end is worth sticking around for.
Absolutely.
All I'll say is thank God we had an ending for Bob's rap song. And we definitely had one. So stick around for the end of this little rap thing that Bobby did for the Patriots and their fans. See you tomorrow.
Yo, turn it up in the booth, yo. All right, listen. On this Sunday, that's about to come day, you know that my Pats are playing the Jets. Fuck you, you fucking pets. We're gonna come in and stomp your ass, just like we did on the grass in Foxborough. And we know that you're gonna have to borrow some money to pay your bills, cause you ain't gonna be in the fucking pill holding that thing, the trophy of life. Land is what we're gonna take on the show, and that's what we're gonna blow. We're gonna fucking make it so that you can't take it to the Super Bowl. Oh shit, how did that work? You didn't think I'd rhyme it, but it took me 2 seconds to get down the road, but I made it, just didn't time it. Oh, I did it again. Oh shit. shit. Yeah, this Sunday, the Pats are gonna fuck up the fucking Jets. J-E-H-H-H-S. You dumb motherfucker, we know how to spell. You don't need to yell when you come to hell, which is Foxborough. This weekend, my boy Brady and his little bullfighter ass is gonna throw 900 passes to Welker and fucking make it better. Cause that doesn't rhyme with Welker, but I'm an artist and I know how to make it a mist. You don't know what that means? Look it up, motherfucker. I don't give a shit. Jimmy's on the computer looking at assholes and it's making me really want to puke. But this weekend, it's gonna be another Super Bowl journey for my Pats. And fucking Opie is gonna be patting his cat, cause you know he's got one in that apartment. Oh yeah, he's gonna be fucking sad. He's gonna be lonely. And Anthony, I call him Tony, is gonna be happy, cause he hates the Jets now too, cause that rap ain't shit. This one's the real deal. I bring it to the house and I don't know how to fucking squeal, cause I'm Bob Gay and I'm on the mic and you know that's what.
It's a weird way to end a rap song.
What happened?
What happened? Listen,
Oh, no.
Jimmy.